All right, we're live, even though I'm stepping on my own premiere here, but I don't care about that because this is Monday Night Metals. We got FG Stacker in the house. We got Vegas Stacker in the house, and myself, Blue Collar Stacker. So,
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
what's up, FG? How are you tonight?
I'm doing good.
So, you said it's nice and hot out there?
It was warm for Oregon. Yes,
Yeah.
I think we were up in the high 90s out here where I'm at. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty hot. That's about normal for me. Well, no, but low 90s is normal for me, but humid, and I don't know how the humidity is out there, but it's definitely humid right now here.
yeah, we're
Um,
not we're not usually quite that high. I mean, in summertime it does get hotter, but it
yeah.
hasn't been hotter up until now. So it was felt pretty warm today.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. So, Vegas, you want to do the chat or?
I can't right now.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I'll do it. I'll do it. No biggie.
okay, you rip it off. I'm trying to get my computer up and going.
Got you. So, guys, we got Littlefoot. We got Silver Sleuth just dropped in. He just dropped a comment. We got Kevin Hawthorne, as usual. Booty Girl's in the house. Hey, Booty Girl. We've got Buy Up Gold and Silver. Is that a new name or am I missing that?
I've
Buy
seen
Up,
them.
Buy Up
I've
Gold
seen
and Silver. How come I don't? Forgive me, I got Alzheimer's. Cartier's in the house. FG, of course, being Becky. Dub C is in the house. Cartier, Dub C, Littlefoot. B. Taylor was in here earlier. I'm not sure if he's still here, but if he is, give us a high five. And I'm pretty sure I saw LBS in my premiere. Maybe he'll make it over here. Maybe he's here already and he just hasn't made his presence known yet. So hopefully we'll see him tonight. Always a good night seeing LBS in the house. So Booty Girl, let's see. Booty Girl, hey Littlefoot. Littlefoot's out there. Check Stacker is in the house. Whoa. What's up, Check Stacker? How come I don't see checks? Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. Gotcha. Gotcha.
and
So
Kevin
yeah, Check
Hawthorne.
Stacker all the way from Europe, I'm assuming. No, he's from Texas, right? Check Stacker.
Yes, he's from Texas.
I'm just joking. So yeah.
Sobriety and Silver just came in. Silver Sleuth.
Yep, Silver Sleuth, Littlefoot, of course, he's always here. My Average Jane must be in the house. I see AV Jane. I don't see her though. Oh, there she is. Okay. The
Oh,
average.
Las Vegas.
Well, yeah, the chat's rolling pretty quick, huh?
Yeah, Vegas is telling you to let him in.
Oh, sorry, dude. I didn't even know you were gone. I didn't even miss you. Sorry, bro.
No worries.
Silver
I
and
understand.
sobriety. Sobriety and silver, sorry. Who else? There's B. Taylor. All right, chilling and drinking some tea, my friends. All right, so we got FG in the house. What's up, FG?
No, not much. Been
Speaking
doing
of,
some.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, just been doing some pouring. I have my most recent brass pours out here that I was doing for somebody. They wanted a pour from their Scottish clan.
Oh, nice. So you want to show that off? I made you full size.
No, sure. So the front of it is basically like their clan patch that I
Oh,
turned into a 3D rendering here. And then the back of each one is just mine, plus it has names on it. Um, so there are three different people getting them. So three different names. I
Saw
wow.
you
thought,
doing that. That was your second time pouring brass, am I right?
yep, second time with brass. Actually, if you look really close, I thought they turned out really good because you even get the impression of the plaid on the
That's
back
amazing.
of the patch.
That's absolutely amazing. The brass is so it almost looks like gold.
Yeah. Well, the color of brass depends on what your mix ratio between copper and zinc is. That's what goes into brass.
Yeah.
So the more zinc you have, the more gold color it has. The less zinc, the more copper tone it has.
And that ship over there, that's also brass?
Yeah, that's a brass that Cartier poured and sent through to me. So
So what is your
his, if you look at it he antiqued his,
oh wow.
um, but it is a little bit.
Now I wonder if does brass set slower or something because the detail is just unbelievable.
Yes. So brass takes the detail a lot easier than copper does. Copper has the zinc brings the melt point of the alloy much lower. So as you're getting it hotter, it can stay liquid longer.
Okay.
Copper has such a high melt point that by the time you're starting to pour it, if what you're pouring it into isn't super hot also, it starts to set almost immediately. It has a hard time flowing.
Yeah,
So
but
I
I mean
I
I've
find
met,
pouring brass a lot easier than pouring copper.
and it how much lower of a melting point is it? Just curious.
Oh, significantly. Let's see, I can Google it here real quick. But
So that really makes it a lot easier to work with, being that it doesn't set so quickly and it melts at a lower temperature. I would imagine that's way easier to work with.
right, exactly. So the melting point of copper is almost 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. It's like
Wow.
1900 and something. Um, Melting point of brass it brings it down to somewhere. Well, of course, again, it's what's the ratio of zinc and brass you have in it, but it's more down towards like 1,600 to 1,700 degrees.
Oh,
So
wow. Yeah, that's still pretty significant compared to silver, which is what, around 1100?
yeah, 11, 12 is about what you pour at. Yeah.
Wow.
So the tricky part with making brass, if you're not starting with brass to melt it, is you have to get your copper preheated pretty significantly, and then you add your zinc kind of like at the last second because zinc will melt really quickly and boil, and you get all these clouds of fumes and zinc oxide forming, which is like these wispy white things. If you watch my latest pour video, you'll see when I'm pouring right towards the end of one of the pours, you get like all of these white wispy things coming out, and that's the zinc oxidizing.
Noticed at one point it was like real smoky in there, and you said that you didn't have your fans on or something.
Yeah, I forgot to move my furnace over by my exhaust fan, so it was in the middle of the room, and the exhaust fan wasn't pulling the zinc smoke out quick enough. So I had to leave and go get my respirator, come back in and do the pour as fast as I could. And then I left and let it air out in there for a couple hours before I went back for the next pour. That is not good stuff to breathe.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't imagine it would be.
And
Well,
while the other metals do give off some gases, also zinc is really worse than the others.
Did you give that? Oh no, duh. I was gonna say, did you give that piece to the people that wanted it? But obviously not. Have they seen it yet?
No, they haven't. So this is a friend of the family and somebody who supplies me with lots of copper wire to strip and use. So I was looking for something to do for them to kind of pay back for all the copper that he's given me. So he has a couple cousins and he wanted to give them 2 rounds, one for each of them for Christmas. So I poured those, and he doesn't know that I poured one for him also.
Awesome.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't even believe how beautiful they are. They're I didn't see that one video where you poured the other brass piece, but or the latest one what you're talking about. And but I mean it's just amazing, beautiful piece. I'm gonna make that full size again if you don't mind showing that close up again, because the detail is just sick. Wow.
Now this one I did get a little bit of pitting right here, but not significantly bad enough to try and melt it and re-pour it. Every sand casting one's going to have some character, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah.
And the third one I did, which was during the second batch, it had gotten warm enough in the shop by then. It does impact the Petrobond, and I probably remade the mold for that one. It was 4 times. I poured the 4th one that I made because it just kept breaking off the sand that would be these very small letters. So letters are one of the hardest things I find, especially small font, to cast really well.
So Littlefoot wants to know, do you have a fire blanket in the shop? I don't know what that's all about.
I don't have a fire blanket, but I did show a couple pours ago. I have, I think I showed 3, but I have 4 different fire extinguishers, one basically at each wall of the shop. So if fire were to occur for some reason, I should have access to at least one of those fire extinguishers.
Huh. So 3D Woodworks is in here, and hey, 3D, and he says, I like the plaid in the background.
Yeah, that I really wanted that to come through, because I mean I can't get the colors to come through, obviously, but you know, in any Scottish emblem or badge, you have their plaid colors. So I really wanted to at least get the design of their plaid there in the pour.
Huh. So Average Dane wants to know, what got you into pouring?
Wow, that's a good one. You know, it really started off, I intended it to be a way to help bond with my daughter. You know, she's an artist. She was helping me with arts and stuff. And I thought, well, this is one thing I could do that's in the arts realm, that would let me kind of work with her doing her art. And she's helped me with some stuff. But she's not really gotten interested in doing the whole metal pouring part, unfortunately. But once I started doing it, I enjoyed it enough that I just kept on doing it as my hobby. And it really is, it's just a hobby, right? It's not something I'm looking to make a living on or anything like that. So I enjoy making things that people enjoy receiving, put it that way.
Well, I sure as heck did enjoy receiving my pieces. I know everybody's seen this, but FG's here, so I'm going to brag on it. I'm going to say this is probably my favorite piece I got right now. It is my only I'm sorry, it's my second community pour. My first was my T-Bird bar, but that's your logo. And man, I couldn't be prouder of this. I show it off on every single Whatnot stream. I get so many questions about this piece. Everybody wants to buy it. And I'm like, no, sorry, not for sale. Everybody's like, oh, let me buy that. How much for that piece? How much for this piece? I'm like, nope, not for sale, guys. Sorry. So yeah, man, I'm very proud to have that, and I thank you so much for it. T-Bird's in the house. Oh no, T-Bird is in the house. Yeah. Oh, T-Bird. No, somebody mentioned T-Bird. Sorry.
He was in here earlier. I saw him. He said he was late. I
Oh,
saw Mishy in here. Mishy, we had a question. Do you do your lives every other week, if I remember correctly? Just
yeah.
curious about if you're doing a live next week.
Yeah, Cranky was in and Mishy as well. Yeah, maybe we could see if we could work that out with him. Even though we probably don't want to do that in public, but okay.
I'll just figure out if he's running his live next week and every other Monday. Okay, so he's not doing one next. So
All
next
right,
Monday
so
you're not
that's
doing one,
nothing.
correct?
So you wouldn't have a problem if we moved our show up a little bit next week, being that you're not running. That's good.
Yeah, see, that works out. I will
Sweet.
email them back and see what they say then.
All right.
So I
FG, if
see.
you just went out, if you just went and did a pour without recording it, how long is the process approximately from pre-melt to final product? Sobriety and Silver wanted to know.
Yeah, so actually recording it the way I record it, it doesn't really take me a lot of extra time. So just so as an example, the pours that I did with these two, that took me about with finishing, like cutting the sprue off, that kind of stuff. Those took me 2 hours. I probably spent 3 hours on the next set of two pours just because I had to redo the mold so often. So silver and bars are easier than copper or brass and or rounds. Rounds make it harder. The bars are easier. They're also easier to get to come out of the sand without wrecking the sand. I mean, part of the issue here is getting something that's this thick out of the sand without moving it laterally at all, which destroys the design.
Right.
So something that's thick is a lot harder to get out than something that's thin.
And what is
So
the weight? What's the weight on that brass piece there? I'm guessing it's probably about 6-7 ounces, right?
I actually haven't weighed them yet.
Oh, there you go. You're seeing it here first, guys. We're breaking a story here.
Let's see.
I'm gonna guess. Put your guesses in the chat. I'm gonna say 6.7 ounces. Put your guesses in the chat, guys. What do you think that weighs? You want to show a little close up of it again?
Isn't
Yeah.
brass heavier? That's
So now remember, brass is going to be weighed in AVDP,
Right.
not in troy ounces.
Oh wait, then I got to convert mine. So I'm gonna say around 6.95 then. All right. What do we got?
4.953.
Oh wow, that's lighter than it looks.
yeah. I see. I thought is brass not as dense as silver? I'm guessing 4.7.
Well, so yeah, copper and zinc is light, right?
That's true. Yeah, zinc is very
Oh
light.
yeah, I didn't think about that.
So the zinc is going to make it not weigh quite as much as even a copper piece that is size. And these, the way I finally settled on kind of dimensions that I like to pour. So these larger pieces like this, I'm pouring at the same dimensions as like what the 5-ounce copper rounds that you find on any of the big sites sell. They're all 64 millimeters diameter. So that's what I've been making these 64 millimeters. My silver pours, I'm obviously, this would be very expensive in silver. So my silver pours, I went out and I found, I'm always kind of looking, trying to think, well, what can I do to kind of upscale the silver also, right? So like if you take the Buffalo round here, I did toning on it. And one of the things I've been thinking about is, I did toning on, for instance, this round too. And over time, it gets darker and darker as it's sitting out on display. So I thought, well, maybe if I added a capsule to, I know they're not airtight really, but maybe that would help preserve the toning that I do when I do toning on a piece. So I found these capsules that are really high relief, intended for high relief coins, and I figured out exactly what I could do to make my silver round. So I know when I'm doing my 3D printing. So Vegas, you know, you click on it, you can see your 3 dimensions. Well,
Right.
I make these just the right size to fit around in here with just a hair of space because I don't want it to be too tight. And I know just what the thickness of this high relief capsule is so that they will fit inside the capsule. So I can guarantee that my pour then will fit in one of those capsules. And hopefully in that way, I'll be able to preserve, for whoever buys it, preserve however it's toned.
And now that one there is not 64 millimeter, right? That's a smaller.
No. Those are 47 millimeters.
Okay, so is that a standard 47 millimeter capsule for a 2-ounce round, or it's a special one?
Yeah, I found basically one of the 2-ounce rounds. Let's see.
Yeah, because it looks so much taller though. It looks like you said for a high relief, right?
Yep. High relief 40 millimeter black ring capsule.
Oh, okay.
And it says 40 millimeter because
It comes with the foam ring, right?
yeah. So if you leave the foam ring inside, getting one out of here. So if you leave the foam ring inside, what's inside the black is 40 millimeter.
Right.
So I just took the black ring out because I already had one poured that I was wanting to put in a capsule. So I found these. It fit in there, although I had a couple millimeters of extra room, slosh room in there. I didn't really like that, so that's why I went back and got my dimensions closer. So I take the black ring out and I pour my silver round as 47. I'll probably go to 47 and a half and still have it fit. But yeah, I bought these. They're just a standard capsule from that. I got them from On Fire Guy out on Amazon.
Nice.
They're
So
having a 4th of July sale. I think I got a notification about.
what, on Fire Guy?
Yeah.
I've been buying all my airtights from air-tight.com. And I don't know if that's actually airtight or not, but their prices are really good. So I used to buy from On Fire Guy as well, but I started finding them at Airtight, and I think it's direct to the company, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but
I'll have to put a link in your video or something. I'll have to look it up.
yeah, I'll text you a link. How's that?
Sure.
All right, sounds good. So Average Jane said she wants you to do an Average Jane channel round, or whatever she said here. What is it? Commission an Average Jane round. Copper is fine because she's cheap, she said.
Puts out less content than I do.
Oh, I know. But she's big on Whatnot, she's got a presence on there. So she's got to have a little Average Jane round for there. But I think the brass would be pretty cool. I like the brass.
And the brass really does better detail than the copper. It really does.
I'll be honest, I might be commissioning you to do a blue collar brass round.
So the other half of doing this pouring, of course, is 3D printing these designs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know Vegas, I know you've taken up 3D printing. You know some of the trials and tribulations of 3D printing.
Yes.
Cartier, I think Cartier Silver is still in chat here. he's having me print up something for him. I just thought I'd kind of show some of the trials that I'm going through trying to get this to print for him. Stuff
That because
just,
it's so thin.
yeah. So he was looking for something that's about 5 inches long. I've had real problems printing it. You know you have problems when you come back and this is what you find on your table.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Oh,
I have not. I'll knock on wood. I have not had that issue yet.
So that when somebody hears me talking about I got a bird's nest, that's what I mean. You come back and you just have all of this filament spun out onto your table because something went haywire in the printing. So it just keeps printing as if it's printing where it should be, but if there's nothing that it's printing on top of, it's just spitting out a thread of filament.
yeah. B. Taylor calls it a spin out.
Yeah, I've seen that, and I haven't run across it yet. I have had a clog because I have the AMS unit, so I have 4 different filaments, and I had a clog in there, so I had to take that apart. But that's the knock on wood. That's the only problem I've had so far.
Well,
I don't think I haven't run it as much as you probably run yours, and as much as Phoenix runs his. Phoenix runs his so much he's getting another one.
yeah. So the other thing is, I think you don't do a lot of tweaking of your files and what you're going to print, right? So you'll
I do,
download
yeah, very,
something.
very little.
So like when I was coming up with my case, I was modifying it a lot, and you'll find there's a lot of issues with the mesh Boolean where it's meshing things together. If you're adding or subtracting stuff, and you have to fix your models. If you don't fix your models, so like here's a tray. If you don't fix your models, you get stuff like this.
Right.
So, you know, going through and coming up with something new, like the new box. So here was like an example of my new box, but I was still printing. I was still having issues with quality of printing on the corners. So then my next iteration I came up with, actually, I made one corner square. So it prints like this. Prints like
Yeah,
this.
'cause
So I don't end up with that end print problem. And you know, I had to have support here. So this is a little bit rough, but it just gives it that little bit of extra pressure that keeps it in and keeps it from coming out.
That's an awesome
So,
case. Now you created that all on your own then?
no. So I did kind of what you do, probably from Maker's World. I found somebody who had a box that was a slide box, and then I extensively modified it. So you know, this isn't anywhere near the shape or the size that it started as, and I added things like the slots here that allow you to, you know, set it up to be a display.
Oh, that's cool.
So
That's sort of like, I don't know, we'll have to switch, make me big now there, blue collar, please.
Sure. Hold on. My mouse died. All right, here we go.
APR.
Gotcha.
Sort of like this box. This was just like a plain, just a plain box. It didn't have the dividers in here. And then this cover, well, I went in and I added all these dividers, and of course they're the wrong. Well, no, they fit with capsules. I think they fit correctly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I did with that one. I modified it. But I was trying to get writing on the lid, and it didn't really turn out too well because it was printing flat on the like this.
yes.
So it didn't turn out well.
What
That
did
way,
that,
I mean,
what did that say on the lid there?
it was supposed to say vintage bars,
Oh, okay.
but since it was laying on like this on top of that, it doesn't really print out too well.
I got you.
That was
If you
one of
print if you print it any other way, it has to have what they call supports, and then it gets to be a lot more filament, and a lot more waste.
Yeah.
So that was one of the reasons.
I'm going back to FG here.
As this is my Morgan challenge box from when I was doing the Morgan challenge from Pirate Stacker, right?
all right.
So my goal was to get my Morgans in slabs. That's one of the reasons why I printed on the inside of the lid, not the outside of the lid. So I
Oh,
could still print it flat, and I can still have my printing on it.
Makes sense.
nice. So somebody says FG stands for freaking genius.
So that's funny. I think that was started by Littlefoot.
Is that what it was? It Littlefoot that started it? I was thinking maybe it was LBS, but I guess it was Littlefoot.
But it's been funny over time. You guys know what FG stands for, right?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it stands, and I don't have a problem sharing it. It stands for Forest Grove, which is the town I live in Oregon.
Yep.
And it was just, I was having to come up with something off the cuff because the other name I wanted wasn't available. So I just went with FG Stacker. And it's been funny over time hearing all the iterations of what people come up with for the FG.
Yeah.
You guys know I frequent on Whatnot. I'll go hang out while I'm working at my desk. I'll hang out in streams and listen in, that kind of stuff. And occasionally I'll win the giveaway, right? And you guys familiar with DSS? Thrasher's show. I won some.
Yeah. That's the guy he's like super heavy metal and stuff.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
And
I know. Yeah.
I win a giveaway in his show, and he's like, "Effing Stacker."
That's funny. Yeah, no, that dude is pretty cool. I haven't come across him lately though. I don't know why, but
I'm not familiar with his.
yeah, I know it's like real like heavy kind of like I guess you'd say thrasher metal. I don't know, like like that real super heavy metal.
He's got like Pantera rocking in the background.
I think it's heavier than that if that's possible.
Oh shit, that is heavy.
Yeah.
Littlefoot says, what was the original name that wasn't available?
Well, we originally started looking for because I started this as part of the whole pouring and everything like that. With my daughter's art, we were looking for some variation of Morningstar metals, and the ones that we were looking for that would fit in the number of characters that were allowed. For some reason, they wanted to keep adding numbers to it or that kind of stuff. So I just went with something else.
Yeah, I ended up with numbers, but I don't care. B. Taylor wants to know what's your Whatnot, and I think he's going to be surprised when he hears this.
My Whatnot's just FG Stacker.
Yeah, pretty basic. FG,
Yep.
you were in my game the other night, weren't you?
I stopped in to say hello.
Yeah. So what did you think, man? That game was fun, man. We had a great time.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I'm not a big game person. I guess I'm adverse to the gambling. I like a sure thing, so I'd rather just go spend $30 on an ounce of silver than $30 on a couple spins and end up with a couple grams.
Yeah,
Very smart.
You gotta tell me where you're getting ounces of silver for $30 though. I got one for 20 the other day though, so.
But you know what I mean.
FG just picked up some silver at or under spot price recently. So
yeah, oh yeah,
I did.
yeah, I know that one.
This would be at or under spot, right?
I was gonna ask. Yeah, that's under spot. Did you notice the name that I put for your name?
Yes, I did. And that's what I said. It's funny seeing that
friggin' genius.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So I did just see Littlefoot opened his today also.
Yeah, I didn't. I was trying to find something to 3D print for you to put in yours because I figured that's gonna be my thing. But I figured you have a 3D printer and you have enough 3D printed stuff laying around anyway. So nothing personal, but I didn't throw a 3D printed thing in there for you.
And that's perfectly fine.
Look at that chicken scratch, everybody. That's some chicken scratch right there.
All right, what do we got there? I can't read it. My eyes are. I don't have my glasses.
Says Mr. Genius, thank you for all the support. Keep up the awesome content and extraordinary pours. Sorry this took so long. Congrats on the W. Catch you on the flip side.
Love it.
So this is a round that I didn't have. I saw them come out.
This was from the Memorial Day giveaway.
Yep. The one that I actually didn't win, Littlefoot won, but you had declared me the winner, and I was like, nope, Littlefoot got it first. So you sent it to both of us. So thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you for all your support. Like I said, I had bought like enough of them to get free shipping anyway. So, and I had intentions on doing giveaways with them anyway. So, you know, it went to a good cause. Some of the proceeds did. So, you know, no big deal.
Yeah, the
Actually,
first
went to the
man-
good cause in both directions. Some of the proceeds went to charity, and the silver went to you and Littlefoot, which are very great supporters of both of our channels. So it
Yeah,
was my
that's
honor to help to give away.
awesome, dude. That's a beautiful piece.
It is.
You almost did a face reveal right there. Almost.
You know, the funny thing is, I never started my channel with the intention of being a face behind the camera type of channel. It just is typically worked out that way because, you know, stuff out front. If you watch my pour videos, you might occasionally get a side view or otherwise of me also. But
Yep.
it's not a big thing to me, really. In
Yeah.
fact, I think if you watched one of LBS's lives where I jumped in with him and was chatting with him a little bit when he was doing some testing on let's see, was he testing StreamYard, or he was testing Restream, like when he was first setting that up.
Yep.
And I actually flipped the camera around and did a full face reveal on that one. So if you want to go see what my face looks like, you can go back and find that live from LBS. Good luck.
Will do. Yeah,
One
the only time I've ever done a face reveal was Pirate Stacker from the Fun Show. He's like, you know, we were just talking at the Fun Show, and he's like, hey, can I record? Can you do an interview with me? And I was like, yeah, sure. He goes, you mind if I show your face? And I was like, I didn't want to say no. It's Pirate Stacker, you know?
Yeah, I remember that video.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, let's do it.
I almost did on one of my most recent videos, and I threw in like an emoji face instead.
Yeah.
That's because I'm back to being a rookie on doing content again.
No, man, you're knocking it out of the park, dude. I was actually very impressed.
All 67 views I've been getting. Littlefoot, thank you for that video, by the way, of the unboxing, unpackaging, opening of that. That was very well done. Thank you. And with that keychain, my original plan was, and it did not come to happen, was I have these NFC tags that I was going to put in there, which, like, if you pause the print, you're supposed to be able to put it in there and then it'll print over it. And then you'd be able to tap your phone to it and go to whatever was programmed on that NFC tag. But I could not get that figured out in time to have it done correctly. I don't know. FG, have you ever tried to do anything like that?
I haven't, but I was chuckling because that 3D print that you printed off for him for a keychain, when Littlefoot originally came to me and was asking me if I might do a custom print for him. He didn't really say what, so I started looking, and I actually pulled that file off, and I was thinking about printing that and casting that in silver.
That's a good one. I don't think he would mind. Now he has the keychain to go with it.
There you go.
I don't know. Like I've seen people do that where you can pause the print, and I got it to pause. I figured out how to do that, but then I put the NFC tag in there, and it just like blew it right away. It didn't even like stick. It didn't do nothing. It just like blew it off the print head or the stuff. So, and all the NFC tag is this little piece of paper.
Is that because it cooled down or something? Or
Oh, it's because I just set it on there, and it actually has like a fan in there blowing, so it like kept blowing it off of there.
yeah,
And like the printer head would hit it too. So I don't know. I don't know. I have to figure it out on how to do it correctly. I thought
you
that
you
the
probably
tags
want
I
to
had
leave,
were
you probably want to leave a little bit bigger cavity and then use like a two-sided tape or something to stick it in there.
yeah, I thought those NFC tags were like a sticker on one side, but I couldn't it wasn't. But I think like you said, I think you'd almost have to like um put like a little bit of a indent in there for it to fit in. And then print over it that way and hope for the best. I'll have to mess with it and figure it out. It was a thought that didn't come out correctly. Sorry, Littlefoot. Thought that counts, right?
Well, it looks like you guys got some new folks in the chat. I
Yeah,
see Southeast Stacker showed up.
Oh, we got Southeast Stacker, Sobriety and Silver is here, of course. Matt Wing, welcome in. Good evening. Good evening. B Taylor, as always. Sorry, guys, I haven't called the chat out. I was trying to figure stuff out, trying to multitask, which I'm not really good at. LBS is in here, dropping links, dropping everything in here. TFC, not to be confused with KFC, is in here. Grumpy Bear says, "Hey Joe, it's Zach, aka Grumpy Bear. Wanted to say hello."
hey, what's up, Grumpy? Grumpy's one of my buddies over at Whatnot.
Seven
Grumpy
Stacks and Jeff Rubin. I think I got everybody. Grumpy Bear is one of your Whatnot followers or one of your Whatnot
Yeah,
channels
no,
that
we
you
follow
follow?
each other. He's he's always in my streams, and he hangs out in Keizu streams too. We're all over the place over there. Matt wanted to know about this little green alien. You want to explain that to him?
It's a 3D print that I did for him.
Yeah.
That's actually not his.
No, it's not. That's wifey.
Check Stacker's in the house as well, I think. Did I miss Check Stacker? Sorry, Check. See,
Yep,
it
he's
did that
good.
again. Okay, so Check Stacker's comment is on YouTube, but it's not on StreamYard for some reason.
Oh, you kidding?
That's
Wait,
how we
well-
missed you, Check Stacker. Sorry about that. He said, similar story when Yankee interviewed me at Tim's Coin Shop in Manchester. I did a face reveal because Yankee could do a longer video than a neck down shot. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, Yankee doesn't show his own face, but he wants to show yours. I actually been getting a lot of love from Yankee. He's been hearting up my comments lately. I don't know why.
Because he loves you. Everybody loves Average Joe.
I guess maybe I'm a pretty lovable guy. I guess
Did you give Average Jane her gift that I put in that box? Did you open that box?
I did. Well, come on, if you watched my video, you would know that. But
Hey,
here,
listen, my internet was down, okay?
what does that answer your question? Huh?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, but she hasn't seen it yet. She probably just did see it, but she's been out all day working like a one-legged woman in a butt-kicking contest. So
Yeah, that's good.
hopefully she'll be home soon, and I will give it to her. I will present it to her.
Littlefoot says he has 26 hearts from Yankee.
No kidding, man.
Not that he's counting, but that's what he has.
This is another piece I got from you today. And by the way, I got to say, the lid, much better.
That was a trial and error thing. because I had to resize it because those are actually now it's a little tough to get off sometimes. But those are
I was just
the
gonna say,
original case is made for holding money, so I had to resize it down and everything. So when I resized it, I was trying to get the lid correct.
what are you trying to say? You trying to say this isn't money?
For paper currency, for fiat.
For toilet paper. Now it holds money.
um, for um for paper that you switch into gold and silver.
There you go.
So yeah, that whole resizing thing, that was one of the things I faced when doing these cases. When you have two pieces that go together and you're trying to resize them one way or the other, that is a challenge getting everything
If
to
you,
resize correctly.
I figured it out and it somewhat works. Like if you measure it and you put whatever millimeter for the one piece, and then it'll show like it'll go from like 100% to like say 110%. So then you
Mhm.
know you can go and switch the other piece, the 110 to 110%.
Yep.
But it doesn't always come out exactly right. So yeah, there was a little bit of trial and error with that. So I have quite a few that have loose lids and some that have one that has no lid that fits at all. And but I got it figured out. I think the set I did for blue collar turned out pretty well. They're hard to get the lids are hard to get off sometimes, but not all the time. It just all depends on the angle and everything.
Yeah, you got to pull it off from one side. You can't pull them both out. You just work one side and take it off. But I like the fact that it's nice and tight.
Yeah. Yeah, the first one I sent you it was real loose, came off real
Yes.
easily.
No, yeah. If you turn it upside down, it fell out the lid.
Yeah. That was a trial and error. You got a prototype, the first one.
Yeah. Now they fit nice and snug. You turn it upside down and the lid stays on.
And you got your name on there and everything.
Can't even shake it off. Boom. There you go. Now you can see it.
See, there's some stringing in that too because of the lettering.
What do you call that?
Stringing. Like if you look by the Joe part, you can see like strands and stuff.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't even notice it, to be honest.
But you could take like a lighter to it real quick and it should clean up some of that.
Oh, no kidding.
It's all trial and error. Like these, I showed you the ones that I had. I didn't like the way the A came out. So it depends on the font you make with it. Depends on how well it comes out too. Because I mean, 3D printers can do a lot, but there's only so much they can do without messing some up.
Yeah. So B. Taylor says you got to sell those, Vegas.
Reach out to me if anybody wants any. Reach out to me. I know Big Poppy was wanting some, but he wanted some just singular holders instead of like the multiple holders.
Now, Liberty, you said something about I remember something. You got me twisted, homie. I don't remember nothing. I don't
Never
know.
remember which one is who. I bet Blue Collar Stacker knows.
He was talking about Crockett and Tubbs from Miami Vice and
Oh, okay.
which one sobriety and silver looks like.
Well,
that would be Crockett.
yeah, definitely Crockett, because Tubbs was Michael. What was that guy's name? Philip Michael Thomas or something. He had three first names, didn't he?
Yeah, something like that.
Philip Michael Thomas.
I think it was Philip Michael Thomas.
I don't know what's going on with this because StreamYard has some chats and it's back to doing that where I see some of the stuff on StreamYard, but not, or I see some of the stuff on YouTube, but not on StreamYard.
Yeah.
I don't know why it keeps doing that. Johnson was Crockett, Silver Sleuth says. Littlefoot says, FG, how hard is it to do small fractional pours like 10th ounce silver? I'm guessing he's saying 10th ounce silver.
Yeah, it's really hard to get them precise. About the smallest that I try to do is about ½ ounce, which is like my buttons back here. And even then you can see like I have 2 buttons and I used a little graphite mold to pour these in, but one is 0.51 and one is 0.6. So almost a tenth of an ounce difference. It's hard to open pour really small amounts. So, the way that they get grams and tenths and those is they'll take the metal and they roll it, and then they'll punch blanks out so that they have exact weights.
Yeah, little baby planchets, I guess, right?
Pretty much, yes.
That's why they hold a premium too, though. Like, I mean, you're not going to get a 1 gram for spot price. That's for sure.
Well, that's why the process is essentially the same for a 1 gram as it is for a 1 ounce. You roll it, you punch a blank out, you're stamping it. All of that process is the same. So the same costs of processing that goes into making a 1 ounce round goes into making a tenth ounce round. So that's why the premium on them is higher than what you'll find on the 1 ounce.
Right, 10 times the labor. So Littlefoot has a question here. Any plans to punch silver? I don't know what that means.
So it'd be like making a press.
So
Press
I
like-
actually have a press, and I'm not sure how many pours ago it is, but that is how I do these. Is I just have a hydraulic press, and I'll pour these buttons, and I've polished a piece of steel to go underneath of them, and then I use the hydraulic press to press a stamp into them. So that's how these are made, and that's why the back's flat, is because then it flattens the back against that piece of polished steel underneath.
Nice.
So for those, that is what I do.
Now, is
Is
that
that what you were referring to? Because now he says yes, pressing fractional.
So no, these are pretty much all I'm going to do. So like something that's something that's akin to a half an ounce, or my channel rounds, which are 1 ounce.
Gotcha.
So in other words, Littlefoot, if you want something smaller than a half ounce, you have to look elsewhere.
Well, yeah, you can do what Canadian Silver Stacker just did. He had a mint actually make for him
Oh, wow.
two channel rounds. So you can see Canadian Silver Seeker. Sorry,
Canadian
I
Silver
said
Seeker,
Stacker.
yeah.
It's Seeker, and he has 2 different designs. And
nice.
actually, if you check out his channel, if he has his address there, he had 250 of each of these designs made. So if you send him a couple 10th ounce rounds or something equivalent, he sends you off his 2 channel rounds. And he's on a crusade to get all of us in the community, instead of doing chips, to doing channel silver rounds.
Yeah, I looked into that, and it was not cheap, I'll tell you. But I did look into 1 ounce.
Yeah, 1 ounce is crazy. Like I know at one point First Mint said they were going to offer it. Not like, I mean, it was going to be one of their options that you'd be able to do, and it was pricey.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
I
had to
looked
commit
into
to like
Highland Mint actually was the best price. I checked with Golden State Mint, and Highland Mint actually came in with the better price.
yeah, it was pricey because you had to pay for the mold, and then you had to buy so many.
Yeah, the dies are the expensive part. I mean, I think it was like $1,500 for a set of dies.
It was something,
Yeah,
and then it wasn't cheap neither. It was like,
Like $6 a round.
yeah, over.
Was it?
It was like $5 or $6 over spot for per round, and you had to commit to, I want to say like at least 100.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely Highland Mint was. I looked into doing them out of copper too, little blue collar stacker copper rounds, and they were like $6 a piece, which I didn't think was that bad. A 1 ounce piece, $6, and that was with the copper with the dye. The dye charge might have been actually extra. That was just the copper and the manufacture of it. I think it was about
Not
$6
bad.
a piece. I mean, I didn't think it was that bad, but you know, the dyes are what kill you because you got to do two sides, and it's like I think it was about 1,500 for if your dye had relief. If it was flat, it was a lot cheaper.
Littlefoot said that Canadian Silver Stacker, was that who it was?
Yeah,
Silver Seeker.
Silver Seeker. Yeah,
He said it's 250 per die. You need two, so 500 for the dies, and they do 1/10 or 1 gram.
right. Those look like flat design. If you do anything with a relief, like anything like obviously a Morgan or whatever, if it has any kind of relief on it, it's a lot more.
Yeah.
That's like proof, like though. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, very nice. Extremely. Those
Sobriety and silver. That's blue collars pup in the background.
it is. Yeah.
And average Jane was wanting to know if you were going to take care of your dog.
Yeah. No, my son's on that.
Liberty Bleed says so. He uses the same obverse and 2 reverses. Really smart.
Yeah,
Right.
very smart. Yeah.
So he bought 3 different dyes, and they just used one for the Canadian Silver Seeker side, and then he had 2 different designs for the backside.
Yeah, and actually, I think Highland Mint said you can use any one of their dyes free of charge. Like, in other words, if you wanted to pick 2 of their designs for one side and then make your own dye up for the third side, you know what I mean?
All right.
You could save a lot of money that way.
The third side?
Well, you know what I mean. I'm saying if you did 2 different designs, you could pick 2 different front sides, let's just say, and then have yours as the back, like he did. But yeah, third side. There's only 2 sides on a round. Yeah,
Actually, there's 3. You got a
There's
rim.
3 sides.
that's
You
true.
got
You
the
got
edge.
the rim.
That was Stacker Factor pointed that out on one of his videos recently. He said there's 3 sides.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the rim, the edge.
So FG, you've gotten into VAMs lately, huh? Is that what Blue Collar said you were teaching them on VAMs?
Well, I got into it when I started collecting Morgans, and that was one of the things that I was doing with all those Morgans that I was getting for the Pirate Stacker Morgan Challenge. Was as they'd come in, I'd try and figure out if I happened to have one that was a decent VAM. So I spent an hour or so with BCS on the phone one night, going through the websites and how I kind of approach it. You have a date and mint. You use one site like PCGS to look and see, well, are there any VAMs for this date and mint that are more valuable? So, if you look and there aren't, then you don't spend a lot of time trying to look up VAMs, because every Morgan has a VAM. It's just a matter of identifying it, because what a VAM is a pair of die, right? So like this would be VAM 1, this would be VAM 2. They use the same die on this side, but different dies on this side. So every VAM is essentially a die pair, and it's what are the hints and clues on the coin that end up telling you which die pair it was. And some of the dies ended up with die cracks or chips or doubling or that kind of stuff that make them more valuable. So PCGS, when you're going through and looking under the Morgans, you see a year, if it's got a little plus next to the year, you can click that plus and it will expand that year and show you all the VAMs that would bring a premium price over just a base price for that year and mint. So, BCS ended up finding one, I think, that
Two. I actually found two.
yeah, that when you look at the VAM that he thinks he has, until it's validated by one of the graders, though, there's always a question.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
one of the VAMs that he thinks he has increases, if it's in a 61, if it's an $80 coin, well, now it's like a $400 coin. So it's like,
Yeah.
5 times the price. And
Yeah.
if you
Difference.
get up to like a 65, it actually makes it like an 11 times the price.
Mm-hmm.
So being aware that there are VAMs that are more spendy and just doing that quick double check just to see, do I have one that's potential? And if yes, then you can use another site called VAM World to really look up the VAMs and see what they have, pictures, like microscopic pictures and stuff that you can look at, and it shows you exactly what you're looking for, and then you can check your coin. And if your coin has 3 or 4 VAMs that are more expensive, at least make sure that you're not giving away the farm by selling that as a $30 Morgan where it might be a $300 Morgan.
Right. And that's exactly how the subject came up, because you were in my stream one night when I sold a really nice flashy MS coin for $65, right?
Yeah.
And you said to me, you were like, hey, you got to look at that, because you could have just sold a $400 coin, because there are VAMs on that one that are like 5,000 or 6,000 for that same coin.
Yep.
So
some of those VAMs are ridiculously expensive.
yeah. So that was
Did
the
you
night
check it
actually
out?
that we spoke on the phone, and I checked it while I was on the phone with you, and thankfully it wasn't one of those, but that would have been tragic, man.
But you just bought that big batch of Morgans from OJ
Yeah.
that he hadn't gone through. And oftentimes smaller dealers won't go through big batches for VAMs. They're looking for key dates, but they don't necessarily check for all the VAMs, and you can find those things floating around out there still raw.
Yeah. And, in his case, he's actually got a guy that comes in 2 days a week, and he just sits there with loupes and microscopes looking at everything that comes through the door. So he's tuned into that. But in this particular case, like I explained to you, those coins never left the countertop, right? Somebody brought them in, put them down on the counter, and I walked out with them 5 minutes later. So nobody ever looked at them. And as it does turn out, 2 of them did have VAMs. Now, whether it pans out or not, and you get the designation, that remains to be seen. But if not for you telling me that night, I would have been totally clueless. So thank you. And we did talk about a commission on that too. So.
It's in the mail. He'll get it to you eventually.
Yeah.
Like everything else, right? Oh man. So yeah, that was pretty cool. That was a good experience. I spent like probably the better part of a day going through all of those. And what you said about PCGS, how that kind of is a good starting point, but the VAM World had stuff on there like top 100, top 40. Wow, they call them wow VAMs, newer stuff that the PCGS didn't have. And honestly, Gray Sheet doesn't even have them. So there's a lot to be learned. There really is. And there's a guy on YouTube. His name is escaping me right now. I think it's Numismatic Stacker, actually.
Yes.
And man, he is super knowledgeable about VAMs. And if anybody is into VAMs, definitely subscribe to him.
Yeah,
I
he
was thinking the same thing. He said
recently
VAM World.
he recently redid his channel. He kind of blew it away and recreated it, and has come back as pretty much focusing on doing the VAMs for Morgan's.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, you had said that he had a pretty big channel, and I honestly don't remember him, but you did say that night that he was a bigger channel at one point.
Stacker Factor just popped in. He said Stacker Pupper loves attention, and he just subbed to FG.
Nice.
Thank you.
He
Stacker
said
Pump.
you definitely got a new fan.
Oh, well, my dog's in the background. I don't know. She's definitely freaking out. Come here, baby. Come here.
Mine's punching at my door, so I get it too.
So
My
Sobriety and
dog's so
Silver-
old. I think Stacker Pupper is pretty old girl too. I think she's about the same age as my dog. My dog is like 13 to 14ish. So she's, but she's still got a lot of spunk.
So Sobriety and Silver. The question you ask, are piece dollars included in that niche? And the answer is no. Piece dollars were all done with specific die pairs, so they don't have VAMs. So the only one there that you're really looking for is in the 21. There's a high relief one that they call. So I don't have a 21 of any type, but 21s are really the only ones that you're looking for that have a difference. The rest of them are all done with similar die pairs. Now, that's not to say that there might not be a die crack or something that shows up, which can increase values, but that's true of any coin with any die. But
now, is it true though that when they got a die crack on a piece dollar, they changed both dies?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you told me that. So I don't know where. Sometimes I got information in my brain. I don't know where it came from. But I'm
At least
almost
you got
positive.
information in there.
Yeah, it's a little bit, but And the one thing though about what you said, the 21s were all high relief. It's the 22s that actually have about 100,000 high relief. They started making the 22s with high relief, but they were too expensive and too hard on dies, so they went to a lower relief coin.
All right. So
I
22s.
just learned that.
Yeah.
I just learned that, and it's funny that I had to learn that from 365.
Yes,
Learned it from an Englishman.
from across the pond. You had to learn about an
Yeah.
American coin.
Yeah. He knew his stuff though. He was very knowledgeable about it. And he actually gave somebody that he knows 21 to complete their set.
Yeah. Yeah, which is cool. That's really super cool.
Dude was stoked when he opened it too. What was it? Stack? Is it Stack Collector?
No, it was CY Sterling.
Oh, CY Sterling, that's right.
Did you happen to see 365's premiere the other day when he unboxed his safe, one of his safes?
I saw that video, yeah.
Yeah, he did a safe unboxing, and he's like, "Yeah, I got 11 safes," and I was like, "11 safes, mate! Holy shit!"
Have you seen he's got a lot. He's the Dub C of the UK.
Oh, I'm telling you, I don't know. He might be a little ahead of Dub C. He's got twice the subscribers. I don't know, Dub C.
Did you see his copper videos?
He's got those big 5 kilo copper bars. He's got.
He did a whole video and he's a big fan of copper.
He is, yeah.
But it seems like a lot of the UK guys are. I've been watching a couple of those different UK guys lately, just for some different outlook on some stuff, and a lot of them they like their copper.
I mean, copper is not an investment, but or even it's just it's cool. It's beautiful to look at. It really is. The way those copper bars that he has, they're highly polished and gorgeous pieces, man. Beautiful stuff. There's a lot of nice copper out there, especially this. This is probably the nicest piece of copper I have.
It's even got glow in the dark eyes. Look at that thing. Glow in the dark copper.
Copper alien.
There's
No, this is a pretty badass piece of copper as well.
It is very unique.
Tree of Life.
There's a
did
guy
you
in
pick
the UK that actually cuts. He cut up one of those. What's the new one? Queen's Beast.
Uh,
No, the completer. Yeah.
The
oh,
completer, is
into
that
a
what it is?
puzzle. Yes, the puzzle guy.
He cut it into puzzle pieces for 365.
Yeah. What do they do that with? Like a water jet or something?
No, it's like a jeweler saw, I think, like a little hand jeweler saw.
You mean they did it by hand?
I believe so.
Wow, that's
I
pretty
think
sick.
I think he's got. I believe he has a channel and he showed it. I can't remember what his channel is. It
Somebody's got
damn,
to know.
I can't think of it.
I can't remember his name, but yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I saw that video that you're talking about. Sobriety.
Coin Cutter. I think that's his name is the Coin Cutter.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has a YouTube channel though. But I think he does it. If I remember, they were showing it, and it's just like a little, like a hand jeweler's saw type thing.
Yeah. The Sobriety and Silver was talking about that video where he did the ASE versus the Britannia, but I gotta be honest, I think the Britannia is a better looking coin, and
Yeah.
it's definitely all the points he made were valid points. Now the difference between Liberty and Britannia, who cares? But the artistry of the Britannia, I think, blows the Silver Eagle away. Sorry,
Definitely has better security features.
no doubt
It
about it.
definitely has milk spots.
Well,
And
I don't know,
a little
man.
furnace gets rid of those.
It's
Silver
just
Eagles
another
get milk
security
spots
feature
too.
though. Here you go. Put that screen up that I got up there, blue collar.
Okay, hold on.
This isn't the coin cutter that we were talking about, but this is how they do it.
A little bandsaw or something, or oh no, a jeweler saw. Oh wow.
Yeah, he drilled the hole and he put that through there, and it's just a jeweler saw. This is a different guy. This was just somebody on YouTube, but same concept.
Yeah. Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, I've used one of those saws. I tried to use one of those to cut my sprues off at one point, off the bars. I would go through about 3 or 4 blades per sprue. It was really annoying having to constantly change out the broken blade.
Yeah, those blades are really fine, right? What are they, like diamond blades or something?
The ones I had weren't. I
Yeah.
don't know what, but yeah, you'd be going along and it would just snap. So then it's time to change the blade.
Yep.
Anchor Factor says the ASE is better than Britannia.
All right, let's get into it now. All right.
Says, does the Britannia have a badass
Britannia
eagle on it? Case
Case
closed.
Well, yeah, there is that. There is the badass eagle. I'll give you that.
TFC says he has a substantial amount of Brits and don't have a spotting issue. Yeah, you're lucky. Britannias are, I mean, the design is there. I get it. The security features are there. I get it. Yeah, everybody put a vote in the comments.
Well,
What's your
I gotta
favorite,
tell
the
you,
Britannia or the ASE?
when I started stacking, that was the first tube of coins that I bought was Britannias. In fact, I still have them. So
I that's a tough one. I get it. I mean, the eagle. I'd rather have an eagle on my coins than a queen or king. That's for sure.
yeah,
The
yeah,
Britannia is nicer. B Taylor says that is a thing. Yeah.
yeah. Britannia definitely has the king queen on it. I get that part of it. I can ignore that side though. The other side is just bad to the bone, if you ask
They
me.
are stunning. They are produced a lot better. That's for sure.
Yeah.
a
I mean,
security feature other than a missing read.
I know. I don't think it's un-American, by the way, to be disappointed in what the U.S. Mint does. I mean, they could be so much better. I mean, why? Why should we settle for what they give us? You know, look at Australia. Look at the coins that come out of Australia, Canada, even Britain. Look at the coins that come out of there compared to what do we got? Eagle Privy? Come on. They couldn't come up with
Uh-oh.
something better than that.
Uh-oh. FG said his phone is having an LBS moment. It overheated.
Oh,
We lost FG. Go put it in the freezer. It worked for LBS.
oh.
We got Gators golden coins in here.
Hey, what's up, Gator? Where is he? I don't see him.
1, 2, 3, 3 above FG's comment. It says Eagle for
Oh,
USA.
yeah, Eagle for USA. I hear you. But you
Eddie
know,
Silver says it all melts the same way.
it does. Yeah, that's true. Oh man. So yeah, I saw that video and I was like, at first I was kind of a little annoyed at it because it was like busted on the ASE a little bit and busted on America too, but it was all in good fun, you know, tongue in cheek.
Yeah, I
So
mean he had fun with it. I thought it was well put together.
now whose video was that? That was Stat Collector, wasn't it? Or am I mistaken?
I believe it was Stat Collector. Yes, I believe it was.
Yeah. Somebody said it was somebody different. Silver and Sobriety. Sobriety and Silver. I keep doing that, man. I keep going backwards on that. I'm sorry, dude.
Was it? Let me see.
Oh, it's Stacking with Craven, he said.
Was it?
Yeah, I would trust you because I don't really know. I just happened to come across the video. In fact, I think I watched a 365 video, and maybe that was the next one. I could have
Let me
swore
see.
it was Stack Collector though, but I could be wrong. Stacking with Craven. Look it up, Vegas. You're
I'm
like
looking. I'm looking.
you're the king of looking shit up.
I'm looking. I'm looking. I don't see it now.
No. The ASC does have security features. Look at the fields of the ASC, especially the Lady Liberty side. It's
I
not
thought it
flat.
was the Stat Collector. The Mythical Sphere, Legendary Sword, Godless, Moa, Stunning. I
Yeah,
don't see it on either one of their stuffs now for some reason.
yeah.
I'll believe you, Sobriety and Silver. I've seen him on Sobriety and Silver's on Stacker Social.
Yeah. Well, now, wait a minute. Hold on. It looks like you're backpedaling a little bit there, Sobriety and Silver. Are you backpedaling? You're not sure now because we're saying we thought it was somebody else. Looks like a little
I'm
backpedal going on. Whoop, boop, 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 backing it up. Beep, beep, beep.
I'm doing the research. I'm doing the reading and the research.
Good, good.
Bear with me. I'll find it. Maybe.
Maybe. So, what were you talking about, Stacker Factor? What were you talking about the fields of the ASC? That's news to me. I don't know what you were referring to. He says the fields aren't flat on the Liberty side. It's not flat. So is it like wavy or something? I just thought it was a defect. Bad workmanship, probably.
You might have both been wrong. It might have been somebody else that I think that did that.
It was a pretty cheeky little video, though, wasn't it?
It was it was well done. I liked it.
Oh,
It's in
you're
my
back. Okay, he's back.
maybe if I look in my history, I'll find it quicker.
There you go. Sorry, FG.
Did
Are
I
you
send that to you?
FG? You back with us? Yeah,
Yeah.
you did. You did send that to me. That's how I saw it. Yes.
Okay, I'll
And-
look at it. I'll find it that way. Did you put your phone in the freezer?
No, actually, I brought up the link on my laptop, so I'm working off my webcam. That's why it's a different perspective.
Oh, okay.
So I have a little USB on a wire webcam.
Now, don't you have that kind of setup too, Vegas? You got a webcam?
Yes.
Now, how does that work? Does that work out good for you guys? Because I was thinking about doing that, working off the laptop with a webcam and a microphone, like a wireless mic.
Yeah, it's working. It works well for me.
You do the wireless mic, right?
I do have a wireless mic, yes.
Yeah, because you
I
said,
have a DJI mic.
okay. Yeah, I got to get a better setup. My phone sucks, though. That's the thing. It's like I work everything off my phone. And my phone is a POS, dude. It's terrible.
Okay, so we're all wrong. It was not Stat Collector,
Uh-huh.
and it was not who did what was the original one? It was not Stacking with Craven. But Sobriety and Silver does have it correct the third time. It was Cy the Sound Man.
Oh, that's right. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Hey,
I knew I'd get the
Send to Georgie's in the house. Hey, Georgie, what's happening?
I knew
Where,
I'd get it right
where are you
eventually.
at? Are you in Singapore or where are you at? Coming to us live from across the world here.
Worldwide. Yes, the field of the ASC is wavy on the ladies' side, and it's done that way on purpose. I've never seen a fake that can replicate that. They're always flat. No other sovereign coin has it.
Yep,
Huh.
yep. So
Okay.
Gator says we're a bunch of goofies making noise, not saying nothing.
Hey, but we got you tuning in. That's all that matters.
Yeah, here you are. You're one of the watchers. So appreciate the views. Thanks, bro. I just made like a tenth of a penny off your ass.
Don't forget to hit the thumbs up while you're in here, would you?
Yeah, crush that thumbs up, dude. Come on.
You guys don't know Gators and Coins. Why don't you go check out Gator and Coin?
Gator Golden Coins. He's cool. I like Gator's channel.
I'm gonna drop his link in here. So
Nice. He's
so
an
if you guys aren't one of his 1.51K subscribers, you can go
Yeah.
subscribe to Gators Golden Coins. Isn't he traveling? We were talking about him the other day, right? He's traveling the world or something.
Oh, I don't know who. Gator.
Yeah, didn't somebody who was that we were talking about? And they said he's traveling. You said you hadn't seen any content from him lately.
Oh, I didn't say that.
On Saturday, I swear.
No. That was somebody else. That was Pirate, I think. Pirate Stacker.
Well, maybe that's what it was. Pirate Gator,
Gator,
same thing, isn't
Pirate,
it? Aren't
same
they the
thing.
same thing? I thought they were all together.
Yeah.
Send to Georgie says, "Am home in Singapore." Nice.
Oh, nice.
Matt Wing smashed it. Thank you, Matt Wing. Appreciate it. Cartier Silver says hello to the Gator. Normie, take the Maples kind of pawn Brits and complete with ASC, in my opinion.
Yeah, Gator is he's a gold stacker. He's not a silver stacker.
So I don't think I found
Riding
his.
Silver says he called me a goober in his video for liking gold backs.
Yeah, he calls me a goober all the time. I love it. I want him to come on. I want him to come on the show and freaking hang out with us, man.
Gator, you want to come hang out with us sometime? You got a standing invitation here, pal.
Yeah, I told him. He's like, oh, I don't know how. I gotta get an email. I gotta get an email. I don't have an email.
Sobriety and Silver says he's a fate. Uh-oh.
He's a what?
He's a fate.
No, he's real.
He says he'll come on. All right.
Yeah, he said he'd come on. He said, I don't know. He's like, oh, I gotta get. How does it work? I don't know how that works. I said, I'll email you a link. He goes, I gotta get an email then.
Says what's email?
Come on, man. We'd love to have you.
I can't lie. I'm subscribed to him, but I don't know if I've watched any of his content.
Yeah. All right. Well, my email's in my channel description. Send me an email. I'll send you a link. We'll get you on.
Next week. Next week we might have a big hitter.
Yeah. Well, listen, we got 2 shows next week. Maybe he can come in Saturday.
Oh, we do have an opening on Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And
email
then
me.
we have an opening this Saturday, but I think the rest of the month will be filled up. I think we have it all set up, which would be cool.
Yeah. We got everybody booked out. Should we? Well, let's not go too far ahead of ourselves, but we do have some pretty good guests coming up.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Saturdays will be good. We do have some good guests coming on Saturdays,
Yep.
and I'm still waiting for the one. You got one set up, I got one set up, and the other one, he said yes, but I'm still waiting to see, like, get an email confirmation.
Yeah,
And then
I got a couple of good ones in the fire as well, so we'll see.
And then next Monday, if all comes through, next Monday we will be doing a 6 p.m. Eastern time
Yeah.
next Monday, but it will definitely be one that you will not want to miss.
Yes, you won't want to miss it, and we'll promote the hell out of it on Saturday.
It would be the biggest person we've had yet.
Well, the person with the most subscribers. I don't know
Yeah.
how big. I don't know how big he is. I've never seen him.
Well, oh, I almost said something. I can't say that. Oof.
Yeah, no.
Oops.
No. I don't mean like. I mean stature. I've never seen him in stature.
I know I was gonna say something that would
Would have gave it away.
yeah.
Yeah, but you guys definitely you want to tune in next Monday because if that comes through, it's going to be fun.
Sounds fun.
I mean, Pirate's pretty big. I mean, he didn't he show his belly on our stream?
Yeah, no, Pirate was awesome. I'd love to have him back on.
I meant big in stature, like physically wise, big.
Yeah.
But I did put a
TF5.
link in for. Oh, he meant put a link in for Gator to have Gator on right now.
Oh yeah, we could bring him up right now, but
No, we don't need him up right now. We got FG in here.
Yeah.
We got FG. FG, are you looking to stack anything else, or are you just I know you picked up some stuff on Reddit, but that was to melt. And that went through well, right? If
Yeah.
Stacker Factor's still in here, that's a big thanks to Stacker Factor.
That's
He
really
turned me on to Reddit, and I'm glad you went to Reddit.
Yeah, that went smooth. I picked up that tube of 20 to melt. I also answered somebody's want to buy and sold off a couple tubes of war nickels and extra world silver that I had.
Yep.
Kind of churning it to pick up other world silver. I'm getting close on my world silver book. You know, I haven't shown a lot of them because doing one episode at a time, but I think I'm down to about 20 countries or something that I still need to pick up. So I have done a lot of work in putting together world coins, and really that's taken the place of stacking other stuff at this point.
Stacker Factor says advice for Reddit buying: keep spotless records just in case the IRS comes a knocking.
Uh-oh. Interesting.
Why would you think they come looking to see what you're buying?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, they see that on any website you're buying from, though, right?
Hey, if you're using a credit card, they know what's going on. That's why cash is king, brother. Did I say that out loud?
Silver Sleuth says IRS just started process for all online PM dealings.
Yeah. You know, if that's the case, man, Trump is pissing me off lately. I got to be honest. He should be sitting on that kind of crap. You know, that's like a Biden thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Stacker says no, but if you sell a lot, just like any business, they want their cut. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, but you can lose money when you sell too.
Yeah, it's Oh, I guess that's what he's saying. So keep records of what you paid for it. So when you sell it, that you have the records of what you paid for it. So if you're a loss or a gain.
Gator says the end is near. Get out now, guys.
Where are we
Now,
going? Where are we getting out to?
well, I think what he's saying is sell your metals. Am I wrong,
Are
Gator?
you selling all your gold? Gator said he's going to sell all his gold. He's scared. He wants more paper fiat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stacker Factor, you're right because of course Whatnot was 1099 you, and I believe Pure Metals said that they'll be 1099.
Stacker Factor says sell metals and buy chihuahuas.
There you go. Buy with cash, sell for cash, branding silver. Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah. So Gator says sell physical, buy Bitcoin. I'm not convinced on Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is more traceable than anything else.
I don't know. I guess I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. Gator has a video that says how I buy and sell gold instantly for free. So there's 207 people that have watched that and that are gaining knowledge.
Oh yeah, no, you're talking about he probably's talking about the GLD or something like that, right?
I don't know. I haven't watched it.
No, he was saying that he's I was watching his videos a while back, and he was saying he was going to get out of physical and just get into ETFs and so forth. There's no spread, no premium. Buy and sell as quick and as easy as you want, you know. I get that. There's something to be said for that.
But when you do that, then you're definitely getting hit with taxes.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
There's no doubt about that one. The IRS is seeing that before you see it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Well, I don't like talking about the IRS. I feel like
He said Bitcoin, not Bitcoin.
oh yeah, Bitcoin. Yeah, he always says that. He's like, I want to buy the Bitcoin. I'm trying to do my Gator.
BTC in disguise.
I got a pretty good Gator impersonation. I want my Bitcoin silver goofies.
See, I haven't. I gotta watch him. I don't know.
You gotta watch him, dude. He's funny as shit. He really is.
He says
did
taxes or premiums, your choice. Okay, that's fair enough.
He did a video one time, and I think he took it down though. That he started like crying on the air that he got robbed. It happened. All my precious metals gone. All they left me with was some bicentennial quarters. And he's singing. He's actually got a pretty good singing voice, I will say.
I have to watch him. I told you I'm subscribed. I just never watch his content. I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta watch him. He's funny as shit, man. He really is. The bicentennial quarter video was a friggin' laugh riot, dude. That was
He
good.
says he'd rather pay taxes than premium.
Yeah. Well, you know what? There's something to be said for that, I guess. But in order to pay taxes, you got to make a profit, you know? If you don't sell, you don't make a profit. I don't know.
I don't know.
What is let's see here.
So FG, what do you have planned to be pouring next?
I have something that I'm putting together for Jeff. He's having me, let's see, trying to think what it is now. Man, my memory's bad. I can't think of what it is, but Jeff asked me to put something together, so I'm going to do a silver pour for that. And the other thing that I've been working up is I have a bunch of panels that are pirate ladies.
Oh, that's right. You're going to do that series.
So I'm going to do a series of those. So I've got about 3 or 4 more of these printed up. I'm going to pour them and see which ones pour the best. But that's non-commissioned.
Can
So-
you Can you do a 3D version of the Goldback pirate?
Maybe
Let me.
I'd be able to.
Here, this is for Gator. I'm gonna make a Goldback pirate girl for Gator.
In silver.
Yeah. Well, no, I can't afford silver for him. I'll do it for myself with silver, but for him, I'll do it out of copper. He's a copper stacker.
You might be able to get away with something like that.
You think?
No, let me
But
see.
that's similar to some of the ones I've printed off already. So
Yeah. I mean, I think she'd make a great little pour. You know, the Oklahoma chicks are pretty hot too, man.
Is that off the 5?
That's a $5. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. The Oklahoma, what was the one you showed me? It was a $3 Oklahoma or a 3 Oklahoma?
I think it was a 3 Oklahoma, yeah.
I don't
That
know
was
why
like-
they're doing a 3. That's weird.
That's like they're doing some graded one. Like, I don't know. That was crazy.
Yeah. Well, I bought some graded a graded silverback I bought the other day.
FG, I was going to make you a Homer Simpson keychain, but I figured you already had one anyway.
Yeah, the wife has gotten me quite a bit of Homer stuff. I don't have the keychain up here, but
Maybe this is what you use?
What do you got? Hey, where'd you get that Morgan? That 85 right there. What is that? 85-0?
Sure. Yeah, 85. Oh. I'm trying to see if I can make your girl here. Trying to multitask. Let me see if can I drag that over? No.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to see if I can 3D print your girl. $5 gold bag.
Oh, nice. Oh, you're gonna try and do it, huh? Live on the air? Can you show us a shot of your 3D printer? Or no?
I probably could. If I could find. Let me try and do. I'm trying to find this.
Look at you with all them Morgans on your desk, dude.
Well, we were having FG on, so I figured I would throw it up there because
Yeah.
we were talking about VAMs
I'm actually impressed.
with my Morgan collection.
I am. Yeah, very cool.
It's getting there. It's a work in progress. Something that I need to get out of, but I need to quit focusing on.
Yeah, BT
Okay.
actually getting some Morgans too, man. He's got a little Morgan collection going.
I'm trying to see if this will generate it for you. I don't think my. Let me see.
Whoop.
You guys can see my messy office.
Oh man, this place. Holy shit, Jesus, dude.
I can't even see my screen. Is that does it show the 3D
Yeah,
printer
you can see it. You can see it.
with all the rest of the mess?
Hey,
Told you
it's a studio.
I told you my office is a mess. Oh yeah, this didn't come out too bad actually.
Let me see it.
well, he hasn't printed it yet. They take
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
longer to print than that.
Yeah, I haven't printed it, but let me see.
Oh, yeah,
I
look
can't
at that.
even. I can't see what I'm. Make me big, or am I on the wrong thing here?
No, you're big.
Yeah. Oh, I refreshed
Oh, yeah.
YouTube and I'm getting a freaking commercial. Nice.
That does look pretty good. Wait a minute, commercial
Yeah.
on a live stream?
I refreshed and I got a commercial. Yeah.
Interesting.
when you first
Yeah, that
come in.
doesn't look bad, right?
No, it looks
Yeah.
actually pretty good. Yeah.
FG could work with that.
Yeah, but her face looks kind of haggard. I don't know. She looks a
I
lot
don't know.
better in on the bill.
She's drunk.
Well, of course. I mean, this is just AI shit.
Dude, that looks like the 45-year-old version of that chick.
That
You know?
was a quick 2 seconds. If you're good with AI and stuff, you could yeah, I guess it does look like a beat up version of her.
Yeah. That looks like the 50-year-old drunken version.
Well, that's part of the challenge of the 3D printing. To remember, you go through two iterations. One, you have the picture that everyone likes, right? Then you have to get enough detail out of that into the 3D print, and your print head has to be able to print the detail. And then when you take your 3D print to the sand casting, you're going to lose another iteration of detail there. So it's how much detail can you get from the picture to the sand casting that is the real question. And it really comes down to less detail to start with ends up being more detail in the sand casting. Because if you have really a lot of detail in the picture, it doesn't translate to the 3D print, and it really doesn't translate well to the sand casting.
Yeah. So we got some definite opinions on your pirate girl. Cartier said she needs bigger tits. Sobriety and Silver said it looks like she took an axe to the face. B. Taylor said she's drunk. Silver Sleuth, let's see. Think about it. A pirate life is rough, right?
Yeah, see? So maybe she took a punch to the face in the bar. Who knows?
Right?
That was a little rough picture, but I mean that was just a quick little scan. So
Yeah, not bad though. Not bad for off the cuff, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're good with the scaling and everything, you can fix it. I've seen people that go through and fix it.
I have not gotten that good with the software yet.
Yeah, I'm not that good of an artist to go messing with it that way.
Yeah. Well,
I'm trying to rewind and see how much of a mess you guys saw my office in. Probably pretty bad.
it wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad. Dude, it was friggin' ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. I
No.
told you that. I've told you that many times. I said my office is a mess.
Listen, if I turned my camera, I'd have to shut it off and change my channel name. You don't want to see what's around my little studio here. I got a pile of suitcases in the corner. It's just a mess.
And I'm in my nightgown.
Yeah, we don't want to see that.
My wife keeps telling me she's gonna come in and clean it. She's like, I'm gonna straighten your office up. You got boxes everywhere. I'm like, I know, I do. You're right.
Wait, your
Boxes
wife
from filament,
said
boxes.
she would clean up and you didn't take her up on that?
Well, she said it was driving her nuts. I said, well, go ahead. I called her bluff and she didn't do it.
Oh, there you go.
Go ahead, have at it. You think I'm gonna stop you? Oh, there you go. Nice little Trump with a one grammer and a 1 ouncer.
Looks like a 1 gram and I think a 5 gram. I think it's a 1 gram and a 5 gram. These are the wife's though, so I don't know. I'll open it up and see. Probably drop it.
She wasn't the only girl on board ship. On board ship, she'd look fresher. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a 5 gram and a 1 gram. Pretty cool.
Got that for $6.
$6 for that.
Rode hard, tossed aside like a washcloth. Nice.
Right?
Bellows Forge, good evening. Good to see you, pal.
What's up,
Hope
Bella?
all is well. Hope all is well.
So, Sobriety and Silver said he never got his little green alien.
Was I supposed to send him a little green alien? Did you email me, Sobriety and Silver? Oh, shit. I know somebody else is waiting for the one on the fart the farting one.
Who's that? Emperor Wang?
No, I just sent Emperor Wang should have got his stuff today.
I thought he did a video that he got some stuff from you like a week ago.
I don't think so.
No, I'm pretty sure he did, dude.
No, he just got it today.
Really?
I did a video of stuff I got from him.
Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking.
Close, you're close. You know, it's
Yeah.
one or the other.
Oh man. You
Oh
are
man, I gotta send this farting one to damn, I got it in my email. I forgot who it is. Sorry if they're not in here though. I know that. I would have seen them.
They would have been
I know it if I see the name. I'm horrible with that shit.
the proctologist victim. So we
Well,
saw
there you go. That one's going away to somebody. Oh, you did email me and I did respond. Oh shit.
that. Man, one would think you were like smoking weed or something.
I haven't neither. Maybe that's my problem.
That could be it. All that that was the glue holding your brain together.
Residual. No, I gotta look for that email. How long ago was that, sobriety? Damn, I'm so sorry, man. Oh, right here, the Rock On one. Oh, so he wants this one. See, I still got it. It's right here. It's got your name on it.
Does it really? Let's see. Hold on. Let's see his
Can't
name.
see it. Can't. It's too small to see.
Oh, okay.
I think it's actually a glow in the dark one too. So you'll have the only glow. Yeah, it's the glow in the dark one too. So. Oh,
What do you got? Little alien holding Morgan? You should make a little alien that can hold a Morgan.
so he can hold a Morgan.
Yeah, not this guy though. I got to take it out of the flip.
Oh, and he sent me his address too.
There we go.
Okay, my fault. My fault. Holy shit, that was. Oh, that wasn't even a month ago. That was June 2nd. I still got a couple days.
Yeah. Oh man, it's the 30th today, isn't it?
I know. Here, let me make a note. Sobriety and silver. Okay. Got it. Your alien has a note with him. What was the other one that I have to send this other one to? It's on the tip of my tongue too. Shit.
I know. I got to
gotta go-
send out. I got to send out a couple of gold backs. I got to send one to Stewart, and I got to send one to Silver and Seagaz. But I got to send it through Constitutional Stacker.
Well, you got to send him that quarter gram Incuse Indian too.
Yeah, yeah. Quarter ounce quarter ounce, right?
Quarter ounce, not quarter gram. Quarter ounce, quarter gram, same thing.
Yeah.
Quarter something. Oh, see, Brian Silver says he has like 4 or 5 people he needs to send poker chips to. I've been begging LBS in other chats, but Don Johnson ignores me. What you need one of LBS's chips? I'll send you one. I'll throw it in the bag with Alien. I got one right here.
Are you trying to say that LBS looks like Don Johnson?
That's what he said. I don't know.
Wow.
Here, I'll send you one of LBS. I got a LBS glove.
I got one of them.
I
got two of
got. What else I got? I got some other LBS stuff. You want me? I'll send the LBS swag pack. Where is Emperor Wang at tonight? That's a good question.
Yeah, he's in Studio 304 actually with Tom Arnold, and they're filming the True Lies 2.
Dude, I cannot believe that was really Tom Arnold.
It was, yeah. I thought it was AI at first, and actually, Wang sent me an email, and I think he sent you too. He was a little miffed that I didn't believe it was Tom Arnold at first. I only said I didn't harp on it. I just said my first reaction was it was probably AI, because you can't believe anything you see anymore.
I thought it was AI too.
Yeah. His cartoonish image of him. Oh, okay. So the cartoon image looks like Don Johnson. Maybe he's got a very high image of himself, because I don't think he looks like Don Johnson in real life.
How come B Taylor only has 144 subs? What's going on, B?
Yeah, let's get on that. B Taylor, subscribe to B Taylor. Let's drop his link. Giancarlo just showed up.
Hey, and Carlo, what's up? Welcome, welcome.
What's up, man?
Now I gotta go see. I gotta see how many people have subscribers here.
Hey, you're pretty quick with the links, man.
It's easier when you have a computer.
Well, I'm on a computer, but I don't know how to do it that quickly.
Well, today, for some reason, today I can actually click on the link, or I can click on it and go to their channel. The other Saturday, it wouldn't let me do that for some reason.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know.
You got Bellows Forge on the job.
Yeah, Bellows is the king of links.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
supposed
there you go. We missed you, Bellows. We haven't seen you lately. I hope all is well.
Yeah, no, he was around the last couple of streams, man. It's good to have
The
you back.
last couple, yes.
Yeah,
that's
it's
true.
good to have you back in. We really appreciate you.
Oh no, Giancarlo says his King Corso is sick, so I've been at it all day long. Post note Vegas, the Odin bar came in today. Nice.
Send to Georgie, just sub to B Taylor.
Oh, B Taylor says he's got something cooking. You gotta put that. Hey, if you got something cooking, you gotta do a live stream. Oh no, wait, that's West Texas.
Yeah. I like his cooking streams, man. They
It makes me hungry. I can't watch cooking. It makes me hungry.
yeah, but their streams are cool, man. They sit there and they just riff. And you know what I was thinking about the other day though? You very rarely, if ever, see Mrs. West Texas. And I was like, how come she's never on? Well, she's behind the camera. She's the one holding the camera. But every once in a while, man, share the spotlight. Let Miss West Texas shine a little bit. Just my
Yeah, I think I've seen her on like one of them. Not much.
yeah. I don't even remember ever really, to be honest. But I guess I have a bad memory.
See, I used to watch them, but they make me hungry, man. I can't watch cooking. Like if we watch cooking shows, it's after it's either while we're eating or after we eat.
Yeah. Well, whatever you showed me the other day, that picture you sent me.
Well, that was Thai food. We were out to lunch.
Oh my God, dude, you guys eat like friggin' kings. That was a lot of food, bro, for two people.
Well, you know, we get it to whatever we have left over, we take home.
I guess, but damn.
That was some Penang curry, some crab sticks. My wife had some pumpkin Penang curry and some fish cakes and rice.
Nice.
We still have some of that curry left over downstairs. I might go eat that when I'm done with this.
Right?
When was that from? Thursday?
I don't think I even had dinner tonight.
That was from Thursday. You think it's still good?
Oh yeah, come on.
I don't believe in cooking on Monday nights.
We don't cook. We rarely cook. My wife asked me why I didn't cook. I said, "What do you want me to cook?" I cook one thing.
What's your specialty?
It's like chipotle, like chicken chipotle. It's like shredded, like a chicken tostada almost.
Oh yeah. You shred the chicken and
Boil the chicken, then you shred it up. You put it in with some tomato sauce, some tomato paste, some onions, some chopped up chipotle chicken or chipotle peppers.
yep.
Let it simmer. You put it on a crispy tostada type hard crispy shell with some sour cream and some cheese. Pretty good.
Nice.
It's about the only thing I can make. I mean, I can make other stuff. I just don't tend to.
You started talking about food and we went up to 20 people.
Yeah, there you go. It's been a slow night. I've been watching the numbers. It's been a slow night.
Yeah, it's been a little slow tonight. But you
Summertime.
know what? I mean, it's funny because it's consistent, and that's what I think is most important. We get the people in here and they stay in here. We don't get a lot of in and out.
I'm happy with we have great people.
We
We
do.
really do.
Absolutely. Sounds bomb. Stacker Factor says, but I'm a simpleton. Watermelon and what?
Heen.
Ta-
That's
ta-
like that.
Tajin.
Tajin? What is that?
It's kind of like a lime pepper.
Oh, okay. Now
Uh,
he was saying in one of his videos the other day, he's like
yeah.
organic food guy. Like he eats clean and all that.
It's like, have you ever had a michelada?
No. Michoacan. I had Michoacan.
Maybe I don't know. Here in Carlos says, soon I'd like to buy a 1 gram Geiger gold bar. My girlfriend is German and I love German cars. German car, German women, so it's right. I should start stacking German made gold. There you go.
There you go. I like that.
You drive a German car.
Yes, you do. You show off. I drive a Japanese car.
Tahini is salt with dried lime juice, basically. There you go.
Does this?
What? Man, when I moved to Oklahoma from Maryland, I have seen people here putting peanut butter on a hamburger.
Oh, that's gross, dude. Peanut butter on a hamburger. What the?
What the hell? I would move.
Yeah, that's nasty. I mean, maybe it's not. I like peanut butter and I like hamburgers. I would try it.
I don't know. That was like the one time I was watching damn. Not Phoenix.
Here's your
T-Bird. I was watching T-Bird and he put jalapeno jam on, I don't know I forgot what the hell it was. It was an interesting combination though. Honey on a banana is bomb. Oh, you do like what's good is honey on a peanut butter sandwich. Peanut butter sandwich
yeah.
with honey on it. Ooh.
Yeah. I like how it makes the bread get like hard and crunchy kind of.
A little crunchy. That is a good spot.
Yeah, hell yeah. So did you
Stewart
see
series says he's lurking and changing streams often just to mess with the numbers. Definitely trying the peanut butter.
Did you see my Titanic artifact?
Yeah, you haven't talked about that. What the heck?
I just got it today, man. I forgot. I was like, I opened up that package and I was truly surprised. If you actually watch my video, you'll hear the surprise in my voice. I was like, oh shit, I forgot about this.
Where is my thing?
It's on the bed somewhere.
Like, who does that?
You put your hand out. I tried to throw it in your hand. I missed.
Yeah, well, now I don't see
How about
it.
a little lump of coal from the Titanic?
It is crazy.
Lump
Well,
of-
I mean, like, do you believe that's really from the Titanic?
It was on the blanket. Uh-oh, I just fucked up my light here.
You ever been to the Luxor? I think that's where they have the Titanic exhibit.
Where was the Titanic? It wasn't in the Luxor, was it, James? Oh no, it might have been in the Luxor. Yeah. Oh!
Average Jane just hit him upside the head.
She just hit me with the light.
I didn't hit you. I can't even find my coin that you threw at me.
Average Jane just beat him on live stream.
Oh. Guys, I'm bleeding.
You're lying.
No, I dropped my light. I don't know what happened. Oh, this freaking light.
He fell down the stairs.
I don't know. This light just shit the bed. Yep, that's it. It's done.
I lost the Vegas thing.
Shit.
My light just broke.
Well, you better get that fixed. We got a big
Yeah.
show next week.
Threw it in.
I think it's like stripped out, man. I can't even get it in there. I'm not even gonna.
Duct tape on it.
There we go. I'm gonna leave it just like that.
Stacker Pector says he knocked over a water glass when I was on with you guys last time. Shattered glasses everywhere, but I played it cool. I'm not sure if my mic picked it up. No, I don't remember that.
He just went right on with it, you know.
Brady and Silver says nobody saw a muffin. Nobody saw nothing.
Nope, I never even heard it.
Cartier Silver says, keep talking about that gold back girl. Oh, wow, right upside the head.
Yeah. I know. She just, I'm not going to say it, man. She just hit me.
Silver Slew says his testimony can be bought.
Absolutely. Now, you know what's messed up? Oh, okay. I was going to say I had a bunch of other stuff with this.
The light's messed up, I guess. That's what you said.
It is. It's all screwed
Beauty.
up. I might have to turn my overhead light on in here. This is pretty dark in this room, I gotta say.
Oh, FG, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine.
FG's like, what did I get myself into?
Well, I'm just kicking back and laughing at the chat, you guys.
Oh man, this light is toast.
We better get a new one. We got a big show next week.
I know. I'm gonna order it tonight. Holy cow! We went up to 19 viewers. Everybody thinks my wife is beating on me.
Oh Lord.
Good
You should have
lord!
hit him earlier. What the hell?
Right? He's in
But we have nobody lined up for Saturday.
Not yet. It's early. It's only Monday.
Yeah, but we got to start getting on top of this.
Are you kidding me, dude? We're booked out like 3 weeks.
Oh, that's Saturdays though. We gotta get.
That's always Saturdays, yeah. But no, we'll be good. We'll be good.
Like I always send out emails, but I'm worried about double booking. So
Yeah. Well, I got a couple. Like I said, I got a couple of irons in the fire. I got a couple of good emails out. I actually received a response tonight from one of them, who he's another heavy hitter. He's about a 30,000 subscriber guy.
okay,
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it a good response or was it a?
Well, I don't know. He said, actually, it was his secretary that responded. And she said that he's away on vacation this week
Oh, nice.
and that he'll get back to you when he gets back.
He's away on vacation. Nice. He has a secretary. That must be nice.
Yeah. Well, he's got a coin shop. He owns a coin shop.
Oh. I didn't know they can have vacations.
I'm dropping hints. Anybody want to put a guess in the chat?
The Humble Stacker popped in. What's up, Humble
Hey,
Stacker?
what's up, Humble?
Brian Silver says, "So who is it? Come on."
No. I can't divulge until, because I don't want to look like a dumbass if it doesn't come through. Yeah, but I guess not gonna say it.
So you can say who we have lined up for not this Saturday coming up, but the following Saturday. We have that one confirmed.
Yeah, we have we got confirmed. We're gonna have OJ from OJ's Coins. That's my coin dealer. He's gonna be live from the Fun Show.
It'll be
He's gonna-
interesting. That'll be cool.
Yeah. He said he'll give us a little tour of the Fun Show, and that should be an interesting experience. You guys that have never been to the Fun Show, you'll get to see it.
Is it actually fun?
It's pretty fun, but it's a little overwhelmingly large, you know. But
So
yeah.
Senda Georgie says Coin Help You. Sobriety and Silver says Coin Shop Chris.
Negative on both.
All right.
Maybe negative on both.
Negative on both, possibly.
Possibly negative on both of those.
I'm going to wait and on the one a couple weeks out, I'm going to wait on announcing that one. That's a good one too.
Which one? Oh, the one that's 3 weeks out?
Yeah.
That's a very good one, yes.
It's
We're trying to get
a first timer.
We're trying to get you guys psyched up because we got some pretty cool things coming up. We got some stuff lined up. So
Those are on a Saturday morning, so you guys will have to wake up early for those.
no, not Yankee. Matt, that would be like a 300,000 subscriber guy. Well, 200,000. Not Yankee.
Next Monday possibly is a big one.
Yankee,
I don't want to say numbers because then they might start figuring it out.
Yankee is under contract with SD Bullion. So SD Bullion would never allow their property to be on our channel.
Yeah, I'm sure like Yankee and Silver Dragons are probably booked with their contracts.
Yep. Yeah,
Um,
man, all these guesses coming in, huh?
Silver Sue says Sal. No, Sal is not for a Saturday morning. Silver Heist.
I don't even know Silver High. Oh no, I do. What am I saying? Rocky Superstar. Who's that?
Silver Heist doesn't have none of those have a coin shop. Sal doesn't have a coin shop, I don't believe. Silver Heist doesn't have a coin shop. Stacking Surfer, I don't think he has a coin shop.
Yeah.
Thousand Air Radio, man, ugh.
Hey, friendo. I don't mind that guy.
He's all right. My brother loves that
He's
guy.
Thousandaire. I think he's all over. Oh no, Silver Dad Knows. Silver Dad Knows is all over 4-9's comments.
Well, that's because I think 4-9's. That's like 4-9's his idol, I think.
Oh,
So they
really?
might be in contact. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe some emails traded in there or something. I don't know. Yeah, but I've seen him on there quite a bit now.
Yep. So 4-9's actually, speaking of 4-9's, he sold some silver last week, I guess.
I haven't tuned into his videos lately. I haven't watched much YouTube lately.
TFC says Louis, like Louis Silver. He would be a good guest, but I don't think he would come on. I really don't.
Somebody says Brian at Vermilion.
No, dude, that guy ain't going on our channel. No way. He has no interest. He's got no interest in stacking whatsoever. It's all about profit motivation, and I don't blame him.
All right, Send to Georgie says Coin Help You does have a coin shop. Okay, so I don't even know who it is. I don't know who he's talking about neither. So it's all a guess to me too.
Well, if nothing else, you guys are throwing out some pretty good candidates for us. Thank you.
A to Z.
A to Z, no.
Kiwi.
Coin-
I don't know Kiwi.
Now, Sobriety and Silver, how do you know that Coin Shop Chris hates Vermilion? Does he say it on his channel? Because that's kind of weird that he would say
Ooh,
that.
I haven't heard that one. Bullion Now. Bullion Now, they're in a whole different. They're on the other side of the world. I don't know. That would be hard to get them on.
Yeah.
They hold their own little thing anyway. Witter Coins. Ooh.
Witter Coins. They're on Whatnot too. Witter Coins, aren't they? They sell on Whatnot.
Yeah.
Witter Coins that's the one I got that that 10th ounce from.
Oh, is that who it was?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we won't want to have them on then.
Louis? I don't know Louis. Coin Crew?
Coin Crew? No, not Coin Crew. Dave Ramsey? No.
RDA got the shovel today. Thank you. Oh, there you go, Humble. 4-9's is my idol. Yes. Giancarlo, yes. 4-9's is good. I like his stuff.
No, Matt. Not Josh.
MSJ? MSJ doesn't have a coin shop.
One of the guys I like to watch that does some really good videos, especially after shows and stuff, is the guy from Old Pueblo Coin.
Ben the Coin Geek. Yes, I love Ben. Ben is good.
Hey, the Bro Stacker, what's going on, brother?
Knowledgeable. He's big numismatic guy.
Always has good information.
Excellent information. I like his videos where he decides whether to crack it. What does he say? Crack or stack? Something like that, right? Crack or stack? Like, in other words, he gets a coin that he thinks is undergraded or whatever, and he cracks it out and sends it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a good eye, man. He's got a really good eye.
Silver Sleuth said it's because Coin Shop Chris is the stop the melt guy and Vermilion is the melting master.
Oh, you know what? I'm a stop the melt guy. I don't think, but it's practicality. It's business. You know. What are they
Listen,
gonna
you
do?
guys ain't stopping no melt.
Here's the thing, though. Anybody that says stop the melt should be buying some freaking 90%. Then that's how you stop the melt. You buy it. Nobody's buying it, so then what are they going to do? They're going to have to melt it.
That's what they're talking about. That's what they were trying to do is like create stop the melt by going and buying 90% silver.
Right.
But
Well, I get it.
when you're buying, I don't know. I mean, when you're buying $10, $20 worth of face value, that's not putting a dent in stop the melt when they're melting $10,000 face value.
Yeah, but when 90% of the silver is coming over the counter in one direction, there's not enough people. There's not enough bodies to buy it.
Yeah.
So if you buy 90%, they'll be melting something else. But I guess
Mr.
that
Happy Stacker 69 says he can't buy it all. FG, do you have any guesses on the big Saturday person that he's trying to line up?
Don't.
I don't know.
Well, I tell you what, when we go off the air, don't click out, FG, and I'll tell you who it is. Okay.
Okay.
When we go off the air,
Okay.
stay in backstage, and I'll let you know who it is.
Yeah, when we go off the air, we like start talking trash.
Like you
I'm
know
just
it already.
Just kidding, just kidding.
No, seriously though, we probably talk for about 20 minutes off the air. Then after the stream's over,
Yeah, we do catch up on some things.
it is probably the best part of the show. We're leaving the best part of the show behind the scenes.
It's like normally we jump in the stream about 10 minutes early and we end up talking about stuff that we should be talking about on stream.
Yeah, no doubt.
Except today I was slacking because my internet was jacked.
Well, remember when we had Littlefoot on? We're talking behind the scenes, and Littlefoot thought we were on the air.
Yeah.
He's like,
He's
"What
like,
do you mean
wait,
we're
we're not
going live?
live?
I thought we were live already."
Yeah.
It is funny.
We were
Silver
like,
Sleuth
"No,
says he's
no,
up,
dude."
but sleep is calling. All right, Silver Sleuth, get some sleep. What do you mean it's 5 o'clock your time? Oh, you wake up early though.
5. Yeah, it's like 5 in the afternoon. He's got to get his nap in. He's a little older than us.
He wakes up early though.
Yeah, he does. 0400.
Yeah. Shh. Bright and early. That's when I'm going to bed.
Yeah. No, I
I was
keep it up
gonna try and get some stuff done after. I was gonna try and get some stuff done after this stream, but I'm getting tired.
Yeah, I'm actually yawning myself,
I didn't get my nap in today.
but I'm 3 hours ahead of you, so
I didn't get a nap in today.
I did.
I
You
know
didn't?
you did. No,
Yeah, I
I've
got
been
like
up since.
about 40 minutes in.
I think I've been up since 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Bellows Forces Littlefoot has gotten a bunch of recent subscribers. Love seeing the support from our community.
Yeah.
Littlefoot puts out some. I don't know if we can. Might have to change his name from Littlefoot to Little AI.
Yeah, I would
He
say
is,
we change it from Littlefoot to Bigfoot, man. He's Bigfooting the rest of us.
he's the AI master. I'll tell you that.
I don't know, man. I've been kicking some AI ass lately. My shorts. Come on. I discovered how to use CapCut finally.
I pay for CapCut now, and I don't even know how to freaking use it.
I pay for it, but I get the cheap mobile only version.
Well, there you
do
go.
everything. You
Matt,
do everything with your phone.
Matt had a guess for you. Empire Metals.
Empire Precious Metals. Who's that? What's his name? Stormy.
Yeah, Stormy.
No, not him.
Yeah,
Well,
Littlefoot's
let
up
me
to
say
400
this.
subscribers.
Let me just say this. I'll give you guys a hint. Somebody got it right, but I'm not going to say who. Somebody
There was
did
some-
have the correct guess, but I'm not going to say who.
There were some good guesses in there.
There were some very good guesses. Actually, I'm going to write all them down.
Yeah, I thought about that too. I was like, shit, I might need to start writing these down.
Yep.
Reaching out to these people and seeing.
Happy
So I said-
Stacker said he's picking up stuff from Pure Metals.
So that's what I was going to ask you. FG, how is Pure Metals working out for you?
I did sell some of my bars there. That went not too bad. That's going to be where, well, I'll probably offer them on my channel first, the panels with the Lady Pirates, but if they don't, sell here right away, that's where I'm going to list those. I have to say I prefer listing my hand pours on Pure Metals rather than trying to sell hand pours through eBay.
Yeah. Well, the fees are a lot less, right?
Well, that, and I think the people on Pure Metals that are frequenting there are more receptive to silver hand pours. I think eBay is more about, just the coin and the official stuff.
Yeah. Well, I got some feedback from somebody. I'm not going to say who, but it's somebody that we all know. And he said basically that the fees are like, having to pay the credit card fee, having to pay the shipping, having this and that. It kind of turns him off, seeing everything separately like that.
I got that same email.
Yeah, because a lot of, every other place, the vendor pays the credit card fee. And maybe that is probably what Nash should probably switch to eventually. Because, we can bury it in the price a little bit. And maybe the vendor should pay the credit card fee,
Yeah, what
That's
Niche really needs to take a look at is getting back to looking at having a way to use a service that's not a credit card so that they don't have to pay that credit card fee or the processing fee.
Yeah, I don't know what,
Well,
you couldn't hook it up with Zelle somehow,
he's using Stripe, and Stripe, no matter what you do, Stripe's gonna get their percentage of it.
Right. Yeah, but it's the percentage I think is like 2.9%.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I would rather pay the extra 2.9% and sell more stuff.
Well, think about it. That's what Whatnot does. You're paying the 2.9% fee.
Exactly. Yes.
Whatnot, not the buyer.
Yes.
So the
And
buyer's picking up shipping, but not the credit card fee. So that's why you have Whatnot sellers that are talking about, we're not even at melt when you're well past melt, but it's not at melt minus fees.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, let's face it. To sell any kind of bullion is really tough on any platform, for that matter, because, I mean, everybody wants to pay spot or below, and how are you going to do that?
Right.
It's just not going to happen. I mean, that's why I like selling Morgans. Actually, the games are good because you can kind of lock in a profit margin, sorta, as long as you got bidders, and if you price it right, and if you give good enough prizes, then you don't have to make a killing on every game,
So with Pure Metals, you're saying if the sellers pay, if the seller paid the processing fee?
Yeah, I think that would attract more buyers. Yeah,
Yeah, it probably would.
Well,
people.
You could hide it easier.
Yeah, you could. I mean, let's think about really what it is, right? 2.9%, say 3% of 30, $40. It's $1.20. It's not a lot of money.
See, he's charging the low fees to the sellers, but then and that's where that's where eBay and that's where Whatnot, they're not charging that low percentage to the seller, but they're also not charging the buyer for the processing fees. So
Yeah, but
if you factor in the processing fee and then the 2.75%, you're looking at 5-6%. You're still less than what you're going to pay on eBay.
way less, yeah, even less than Whatnot.
So
So maybe that's a
uh,
good suggestion for him.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
TFC.
it kind of makes it like when you go into a store and you see a price of a good, and then you got to pay tax on top of that. You know, it's kind of like you just want to know the out the door price. But I think a lot of the sellers on Pure Metals, their prices are a little high too. You know, they got to factor in the fact that they're not paying that fee.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. The profit margin's small. So unless somebody's looking to get out or they've been holding something for a while, it's hard to sell a freaking buffalo on there or an eagle on there. I think it'll do better for like FG said, like hand pours, more like unique stuff that you can't find elsewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. And that's why I think even graded stuff, slab coins, that could probably be made to work because there's a little bit of room to roam on those. You know.
If you get them from your LCS at a good deal, you can flip them. But it's hard to flip precious metals and come out ahead.
Yeah, but you know what? You can also go out there and do like Dub C says, find some diamonds in the roughs, find some good coins, pay to have them graded, and now you got something that's worth a little bit more than what you paid for it. So you can make a little bit of money on it.
And that's what it would take, I mean, it's even like I got that line with the wholesaler. Even if I go through the wholesaler and try and flip it on Pure Metals, it ain't happening.
Yeah. Well, it's just a matter of you got to accept the profit margin is probably not going to be much more than 5 or 10%.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be 5%. I don't it to come out,
Yeah. Well, when you're talking about like commodity stuff like silver, generic silver, it's just impossible.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
There is nothing there. Especially you competing with everybody on every bullion dealer has something on sale, and I don't care if I'm buying a buffalo or any other kind of round. I'll buy this the cheapest price.
Yeah, B Taylor, you got it. He said it sounds like it's about volume. It's all about volume. And
Always.
that's how SD Bullion, that's how JM Bullion, that's how all the online dealers do it. That's how your LCS does it. Your coin shop, I mean, I was watching Vermilion the one time, and I think he said he was making like $15 from a 1 ounce gold buffalo.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's selling a $3,500 piece of gold, and he's making $15.
Yeah, he's claimed he's telling you his worst case scenario. He says he makes a half a point because it was 3,400 times a half a point was $17 on a gold ounce, right? But that's his worst case scenario. If he's buying over the counter for 99% and selling it for 103% or 104%, he's making between 4 and 5% when he's bringing something in and selling it in his own store. But with the volume of stuff that's coming over the counter, he's basically he's turning and burning every single day. But if he can sell, $400,000 worth of coins in a week and make a half a point, it's a couple grand.
So Sobriety and Silver says, yeah, but there's no guarantee that your coin will increase in value to overtake the price of getting it graded. Isn't it like $60 to get a coin graded? Yes, but what you're looking for is like what BCS got. He bought a Morgan for like $30 that now he can turn around and get graded, and the grade, if it ends up being a 63 or a 64 instead of a 61 or a 62, makes the coin far more valuable. So you want to get it graded to see if it'll get those, but then also it gets it documented that it has this specific VAM, which makes it even more valuable. So the grading in that case is something that really pays off. It'll pay for the $60 to get it graded.
But the thing is, it depends on who you, what type of coin it is. Number one, Morgans and Peace dollars, you can get them graded for $15 with CAC, right? CAC is top of the line. They'll do economy grading for $15 on Morgan and Peace. Shipping is like around $42. So if you put 20 coins together, it's $2 a coin to ship it on the way back. On the way there, you're probably going to pay 60 because you got to insure it. So 60, 40, that's 100. And that's $10 a coin. So you're looking at realistically, if you want photography, it's $5 a coin. It's about $30 a coin to get them graded. Realistically, Morgans and Peace dollars. It's not terrible.
So it's just one of those things, like you said, you're just trying to find that diamond in the rough. It's not, I mean, you're not going to pick up a Morgan like this for $30 and try and send it off and get graded, you know?
Well, I got to be honest. I sent off a couple of coins that you wouldn't look at and say, "Oh, I'd grade that." They might be VF coins, but fortunately, it's a rare Morgan, so a VF might be worth $300. You know.
It's one of those things too where you would need to invest like with the gray sheet, right? Or the red book so that you know what you have and you know if it's like Sobriety and Silver says, but just your average AU silver dollar is probably not worth it, right? So that's where it would come in to have like the red book or gray sheet so you would know the difference between a 21 piece dollar and a 25 piece dollar. You know the difference in mintages and whatever BAMs and whatever else there is out there, right? So that would be.
Yeah, he's right. But I bought a group of Morgans, and I'm talking a group. It probably was among a group of about maybe 60 coins, right? And I found in there an AU 960. So you look up an AU 960, and it's a $500 coin as an AU. And now this thing has a cartwheel. Could be a 60, could be a 61. In that case, it's a $2,200 coin. And it just happened to slip by. And I got it for $30. So now, yeah, hell yes, I'm sending that coin in. And every once in a while, you get lucky, you know?
Every once in a while, the sun shines on a dog's ass.
Yes.
Silver Sleuth says, how much does the gray sheet pay for stuff?
The gray sheet, if you buy it, we mean how much does it cost?
No, what he's saying is the gray sheet's not going to buy the coin from you. The gray sheet can say what they think the coin's worth, but you still have to find somebody else to buy it from you.
Well, yeah, obviously, yes. But the gray sheet is probably the most accurate value. Red Book is overvalued. I don't know about PCGS. They're probably pretty close.
No, they're PCGS, NGC. If you're looking at values on their site, they are like, if you, what's the other magazine that also comes out? So Gray Sheet is like the wholesale price. The other magazine is the retail price. And when you're looking on PCGS's site, they're at like what would be equivalent to the retail price.
Okay, so they're a little high too. But you see, with Gray Sheet, with the Gray Sheet app, you got retail price, you got Gray Sheet price, which is wholesale. Then you got Blue Sheet price, which is like bulk dealer price, you know. So there's a lot of different levels, but I always go by wholesale because I figure wholesale, you can wholesale it to a shop, you can wholesale it at a show. You can get rid of coins. Just go to a coin show. You go to a coin show, you'll get wholesale for it.
Yeah, and that's kind of my philosophy when I'm looking at stuff on eBay and that kind of stuff. That's why I don't win very many auctions, even though I sit in auction rooms all day long, because I'm always looking for a deal that's close to that wholesale price in case I have to sell it or get rid of it. You know, I'm really not looking to pay the retail price. So I'll watch auctions on eBay, and if I can, jump in on something that I think is underpriced in terms of retail, then I'll pick it up. But I don't win very many auctions otherwise.
Right. No, I hear you. And that's how you gotta be though. Because once you start overbidding, you're overpaying, and what's the point?
Like B. Taylor says, you got to know what you're looking at. When it comes to when it comes to like numismatic stuff like that,
Yes.
yeah. Like I
Yeah.
buy Morgans and Peace dollars, but I have no clue. I don't have enough knowledge in them to be trying to mess with them as much as I do.
Yeah, and
So-
Silver Sleuth mentions coin cleaning, right? So they estimate that 85% of all Morgans have been cleaned over the years. They're 140-year-old coins, you know?
So polished is cleaned, but polished usually means that it's more harshly cleaned than
Correct.
just a quick wipe or dip. It's something that somebody's taken a rag to and really polished. It means it's got scratches in the fields, even if they're microscopic and you're not really seeing them with the naked eye. It's obvious that they've been cleaned. Now, for these old coins, it doesn't mean that it makes them worthless. No. What I've heard, listening to like Ben the Coin Guy and Coin Geek and those type of people, a rule of thumb is if you're looking at a coin that, say, you think it might be AU50, but it's been cleaned. Well, then really when you're looking at value, you drop it down maybe a grade, or if it's harshly clean, maybe 2 grades, something like that. So when you're looking at pricing for it, the value of the coin is going to be a grade or 2 lower than what it might otherwise be for that coin.
Right. And back in the day, and you'll see this on some slabs, they used to say that a coin was improperly cleaned. They use those words, improperly cleaned or harshly cleaned, right? So if you're going to say improperly cleaned, that means there's a proper way to clean a coin. Am I right or wrong?
Yes. And when you're sending coins in, if you look at the forms, the whole conserve option, there's a check mark. If you want them to conserve your coin, they're cleaning the coins. That's
Right,
that's what conserve means. You're just paying them to do it in a way that they're not going to ding you on the grade for it.
Yeah, because the last batch I sent in an 85-0, and it came back as 63 in a CAC holder. 63 is pretty damn good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I looked at the coin when it came back, and I was like, that coin wasn't that nice when I sent it in, man. I was like, they must have cleaned it. They must have.
Yeah, if you check mark that conserve, that's what you're doing. You're paying them to do the conservation of your coin, which is cleaning it.
Yeah, but you know what? I didn't see any option for that under the CAC portal. But I wonder if they don't take it and just steam clean it to get all the surface contaminants off it. You know what I mean? If you just blast it with steam, it's not going to hurt the coin. But it will take off fingerprints, grease, and all kinds of environmental contaminants, right?
Possibly. I don't know. I've not dealt with CAC directly yet.
Yeah, they're really good. I like them.
I never thought about that, steam cleaning a coin.
Yeah. I mean, what could it do? It's water. It's water and heat.
So Silver Sleuth said there's SR, which is slightly rubbed, and then WTT went to town on that thing.
Yeah, no, but seriously, I've seen them marked harshly cleaned, and you can see like grinder marks on it, like somebody hit it with a buffer.
Yeah. WTT is fine as long as you don't actually hawk to it also.
I put out a video with Hawk Tua girl. It was I took some Silver Eagles and they were just really black.
That was a good one. I remember that one.
Yeah, and I dipped them and they came up beautiful. I mean, they're gorgeous coins, right? And then I did a before and after like picture, and the video said, "What's your secret?" And I said, "Oh, you got to go Hawk Tua on that thing," and When right on the Tua, the coins went to super clean version. It was
I remember
perfect.
that one.
And you know what happened? It got copyrighted. That freaking chick copyrighted it.
Did it really?
Yes, it got copyrighted, and I had to pull it down.
Oh, geez.
That was aggravating because it was a cool video.
Thing is, Dent said, would it remove milk spots? We talked about that. I don't think anything removes milk spots. Maybe an Oreo cookie.
No, I mean you can. You saw that video I did. I would never do that to a Morgan, but to a freaking Maple Leaf that was riddled with milk spots. I mean, you couldn't even see the coin, and I got the milk spots off. But you had to gently rub it, and I don't know. If you put it under a microscope, you probably see some microabrasions on it, but to the naked eye, it looks fantastic.
You know what? You gently rub it and then drop it in the furnace, and it's fine.
Yeah, there is definitely a way to do it. Right, you melt it right down. Actually,
Well, do you ever worry about?
Some of the comments I got when I showed the milky version was, "Yeah, you can fix that. Just throw it in the furnace."
FG, do you ever worry about using milk spotted silver to melt with?
No.
Yeah, that's a great question because whatever is making that milk spot is now in your mix, isn't it?
So what? Well, what believe I've learned, and whether I'm right or wrong, I believe that the milk spot is residual borax in the silver. So I already plan to not pour the last out of my crucible anyways. So anything that's going down into the pour is what I would think would be pure from the stuff. I occasionally will use a little bit of borax in my little tiny crucible with my torch when I'm recovering silver. You know, if I've cleaned some silver, ground some silver off that has potential to have some sand in it or something like that, then I put that aside and I recover it using the borax because that kind of sucks all the impurities into it.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you try to keep as much of that out of the crucible as possible. But from what I understand, that milk spots are just kind of a residual bit of borax that's causing that cloudiness.
You would think if they know that, though, like what does the Royal Canadian Mint do with their Mint Shield technology?
Yeah, I don't know.
What do they do that supposedly they're not sharing with everybody else? Because it is working.
So I don't know if this will come through. This is like the very first silver pour I ever did. I don't know if it's going to come through on this little tiny camera here. You can kind of see just a little bit of milkiness here in the low spots.
Yeah.
And that was because I had a little bit of borax in the crucible at that point, and I poured the entire amount out to make this. So I emptied my crucible onto this. So you get just that little bit of borax, and that's that same kind of cloudiness. And if I was going to do anything with this, what I'd do is I'd hit it with one of my little sanding wheels first and just get rid of that borax before I put it back into the crucible.
Yeah.
So
It does sort of look like ET. Bellows Forge says those ripples look like ET.
yes, you're right. That's why I kept that one, because I thought it looked like ET also.
Well, maybe
maybe
the Canadian Mint, you found something else besides borax to use. Maybe it's a better chemical or something that burns off or something.
That's possible.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
It's all about creating the purity in the silver, you know.
Yeah, it's a shame though. Some of the nicest coins are the worst milk spotters, like Philharmonics. I mean, Philharmonics, a gorgeous coin, but they just milk up.
Just like we were talking earlier, the Britannias I had were all milk spotted. The Maple Leafs I had were milk spotted.
Oh, Maple Leafs they were notoriously bad before 2018. Yeah.
There's people out there that say they won't buy Britannias because the milk spot so bad.
Yeah. Well, I got a Philharmonic right here. I'm going to see if it has any milk spots on it. I haven't looked at it. Let's see. We'll look at it together. See any milks on that? Doesn't look bad. Looks clean, right?
All right.
Maybe on that side a little bit. I don't know. It's hard to say. What do you think?
Silver Sleuth is true. Milk spots are kind of an authenticator.
Yeah. That is true.
Detailer says, do the silica gel packets make a difference?
That's a great question. I use them. I use the hell out of them. I buy the big ones. I buy in the 100-gram packs. They're cheap, $7 for a bag. And I throw them in everything. I throw them in safe. Throw them everywhere.
C had a comment about that. He doesn't like those because he feels that they draw the moisture into the wherever you're storing your stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't. Well, listen, that's a whole industry. You're just negating a whole industry. You know what I mean? I don't know what his expertise is on that, and believe me, he's got knowledge out the ass. I trust him. But
Sobriety and Silver, thanks for being here. I got your alien right here. Okay, it's got a little note attached to his ass. It'll get sent eventually.
Yeah.
It's been almost 3 hours, guys.
Has it? Oh yeah, it has. 2 hours and 41 minutes.
We got more people in here later than we did earlier.
Yeah. It's just kind of flowing, you know.
It has been flowing. It's been good. Some good. Hasn't been knowledge out the ass, but it's been some good knowledge.
Yeah, knowledge in the ass, maybe.
That could be.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's been. TFC says it's been almost 3 hours, so I guess it's time to go to bed. I got to get up at 5. Well, 5 something.
3 blinks.
What's that?
B Taylor says 3 blinks. Let's go.
BT.
Thank you, TFC. He says it's been a cool 3 hours. Thank you.
Oh, okay. It's been a cool 3 hours. I get you.
Cool 3 hours.
It tells you how tired I am. I totally missed that, man. I'm sorry.
Bellows Force says, yes, when your live streaming time flies. It's like Blue Collar said, it's been flowing and it's been a good one as always.
Yep, and that's because we got the best audience on YouTube, man. Everybody that comes in here is in here for. How do you guys do it? You're in here for 2.5 hours every freaking Monday night. And
We were
Saturday.
talking. Blue Collar and I were talking about that earlier. We're like, I don't know how people sit there for 2 hours and listen to us, but you guys are amazing. And without you guys, this wouldn't be worth doing, and we probably wouldn't do it. Silver State, I saw you earlier. Thanks for stopping in. FG Stacker
Hey, what's up, Silver State?
is here too. FG, sorry, laptop overheated as well. I am cooked for the night.
All right. Well,
we
FG,
lose
thank
FG
you so
again?
much. We appreciate you coming in, FG. You shared your knowledge, shared your silver. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, thank you, FG. We greatly. Oh, he's gonna miss the knowledge you have to share.
Oh, he is. Yeah, I'll text it to him.
Okay. Silver State says RCM does mint shield. That's a surface protection. There you go.
Is it like a coating? Is that what you're saying, Silver State? I know we always ask a question to somebody in the chat, and then we sit there and wait for them to answer.
What? That's
It's like 20 minutes later. Yeah, it's a coating. Oh man. So,
we will see everybody we will talk to everybody on Saturday. Once again, thank you guys so much. We wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. I am dead serious. Otherwise we'd just be talking on the phone to each other. So, I mean, that's sort of what this is for us, and you guys just listen to this conversation. We like to get you guys in on it too, though. That's for sure.
no doubt. We got to have another one of those shows where we bring up random people from the chat. I think that's awesome.
Maybe we'll do that Saturday.
That's a good idea because we don't have anybody lined up for Saturday. Maybe we'll do that. we'll do like a, bring somebody up for 10 minutes, let them, ramble on.
So be prepared if you guys want to join us on Saturday morning. You know the drill. We can send you. We'll put a link in chat. You click the link and you can come up. You don't have to share your screen if you don't want to. You can have it on your icon, a little logo or something, and just ramble with us. Share a story for the week.
Yeah.
It is 4th of July on Friday, I believe. Friday, yes. So maybe you
Friday,
can share
yeah.
a story from your 4th of July.
There you go.
Hey, whatever. Bellows Forge, thank you for being in here and dropping links again, man. We love to have you back, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah, if you don't want to show anything, you just boom, shut your camera off, and that's it. Put a little
That's it.
logo up, and that's what we'll see.
Singus Day, Dent, thank you for being here. Littlefoot, thanks for sticking around so long and listening to us ramble. FG Stacker, thank you for being a guest, man. You are great. You are awesome. I hope we didn't drown you out. Bellows Forge, welcome back. Thanks for dropping all the links. Like always, we greatly appreciate you. Hope all is well. B. Taylor from start to finish every Monday. He is a trooper for sure. Silver State Stacker, always great to see you, my man. I will see you at the end of this month at the coin show, I'm sure. Stack That Gold, appreciate you for being in here. Stuart, Silver Sleuth, Matt Wing, Send to Georgie, Bellows Forge, Stewart, Silver Sleuth, TFC, Writing Silver. Trying to catch everybody. If I didn't mention your name, I still appreciate you guys for real.
You know what we should do is at the end of the show, we should say, hey, if you're still in here, throw a thumbs up in the chat. Then we'll just boom, 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 boom. Be able to rattle it right off.
You see, now you're thinking.
I'm
Evolving.
thinking with both brain cells tonight.
All right, you're on top of shit. Stuart says throbbing logos. There you go.
Throbbing logos. I like that. Yeah, let me do that. Hold on. Let me make my logo throb. Hey, baby.
Dope.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Got a little shadow around the edge.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Stuart is my OTG surrogate. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Wait, what was that? Who said that?
Silver Stu says, Stuart is my OTG surrogate. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Okay. Thank you guys.
Right.
We will talk to you Saturday. Have a good 4th of July. Stay safe. Don't blow your
Appreciate
fingers
you.
off.
Appreciate everybody. Thanks for coming in. See you on Saturday.